Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Harbor Tavern, and also the Rum and Harbor campaign. My name is Nitsify, I am your DM. We have a few players here that are going to be playing here today. They're kind of like one-time guests, never really played before. Brand new D&D players, by the way. But we have Issa, who's playing, I think for the first time ever, they're going to be playing a plasmoid called Ublex, if I remember right.
Yeah, he seems kind of weird.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
It's whatever. I'm trying to, understand how he works. I don't know much about this guy. He's kind of weird.
I get
might
it.
switch out.
I get it. Yeah, still trying to get your memories back. We understand. We understand. Speaking of people trying to get their memories back, we have a guy here who constantly forgets about things as he's talking sometimes. Acrid, my co-host, my main co-host, at least, the guy who helped me found the, podcast. We got multiple technically speaking. It's you get what I'm saying. He plays Mollis, the Grieger. Yeah.
Grieger half oni.
Yeah. Speaking of half onies, we have a half demon here sometimes. Sometimes he can be your angel, he can be your angle, he can be your demon. we have Usagi, also known as Reed.
I'm gonna fucking die today.
Speaking of dying today, we have a man who was close near to death because he sneezed and it sent him into death sentences. We have Dylan, who plays Chrono.
Depression.
Speaking of depression, no, I don't want to do that one. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that one. That seems but me. Speaking of Dylan, we have another person who knows Dylan. Anya, who plays Lindry.
That makes sense.
Hi.
Yeah, I can't remember if they know your race, so I'm not gonna say it just in case. I don't want to act.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, cool. The Yanti. There you are.
Snake lady.
Snake lady. Even though she look human, she's snake.
She look human, but she's snake lady.
Yeah, she's
That's
snake.
crazy.
Crazy. I'm not gonna hit you with it. So, in case you didn't see the last episode, you should go check it out. But in case you forgot about it, just gonna give you a little bit of a reminder real quick. In the last session, there was a bunch, honestly, it was kind of just y'all goofing around mainly, just a lot of roleplay, nothing wrong with that. There was a slight talk about selling somebody's soul to a blood goddess that, just got a new follower from Mollis. Mollis may have obtained blood magic. On top of that, y'all signed up for a tournament that's going to be happening pretty soon here, so that's real fun. And as in literally today's session. You guys went around the tavern, got to meet some people. It was really we were just kind of chatting, people just kind of getting to have a good time. You guys got to talk and leak some information to the public about a certain admiral as well. Just a little bit of everything. But that being said, I think we're just going to hop straight to this, because we literally ended off right as we were starting the brackets. Now, I want to mention something. I called out the brackets at the end of the session. There has been some slight fixes. So you'd see the narrator just kind of go, little, update on the bracket. I may have messed up the bracket a little bit. Apologies. So we're going to reread this. Yes, just a little. Who said that? You'd see him just kind of look down at the paper. He's got his own little stand up in this little front area where you can see that little red tent. That announcers are obviously at. So the contenders, the first bracket consists of Mollis versus Yamamoto, which is the first fight, and then Usagi versus Dyke. Then it's Chrono versus Kiriko, and then Ublex versus Talon. And then Lindry versus Ichigo, and then Yori versus Desi. And because two players asked for me to add, said that they wanted to see more of the actual crew fight a bit, I added an extra bracket.
Oh, yeah.
What?
The final fight was going to be a three-way. So instead, it will end up being a final two. It just means that there's going to be these main brackets that move forward, and then there'll be another bracket, and then it'll be a one-on-one in the finals, rather than a three-way fight. This last bracket is Gildart versus Varara, aka the Ranger versus the Barbarian, and Karori versus Pike, which is the Cleric versus the Wizard.
Shit.
Alright, come on, robot, you can do it.
That being said, first up is Mollis versus Yamamoto. Your token's already on the thing. I'm gonna be real here with you, Chief, right?
Yeah.
That's 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got you guys pretty spaced out here. I'm gonna grab their image here real fast. And before you get going here, because obviously you kind of need to know what you're dealing with, who you're fighting, you know? Like, you're seeing them with your eyes. You open your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception. No, I'm joking. So you've actually seen this person here before. So I'm just gonna resend the image, but you guys have already seen them, just in case you may have forgotten. You're dealing with this, like, the half tabaxi lady that you saw that the shifter was riding on, during the cavalry battle. So it's this, like, 4'11" half tabaxi lady, really stout lady. So that is the lady that you are fighting. Hope you're gonna have fun. You know,
I hope I don't die.
Best of luck. You know the whole deal. I'm gonna pull something up just real fast. Just real fast. So her full name is Kiriko Yamamata. That's what would be announced. So I need to actually, the reason why I'm double saying this is because I actually really want to show this back up on OBS, D&D, and PC visuals for people so the viewers can actually see. Because just in case if I forgot to show it last time, I'm just putting it up there for a quick second. Because I need to find the name. Because I list the images by the names. But, that being said, we're going to roll into battle here. Going to roll me your initiative here is we're going to start the first round of the tournament. And I've got some special music for this.
Okay.
Hell yeah. So, I'm going to roll their initiative as well. I'm going to move this cord out of the way because I was drawing earlier today. Alright.
Alright. I got a dirty 10.
Okay, so we've got a dirty 10 versus a dirty 11. So,
Fucking hell.
the barbarian will go first.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, starting off the round, you see Kiriko Yamamata. Like, basically, she wields this, like, massive great club. It's almost shaped more like a bat, like a metal bat.
Yeah.
You see her start making her way over, and I actually think, luckily for you, I don't think yeah, there we are. I don't think she can naturally make it up to you. She cannot. She can only make it up to 40 feet, so she gets like 10 feet away from you, and you would see her enter her rage.
Oh shit.
As
Fight!
she will save her action.
As Wallace would just kind of like crank his neck to the side and sort of like, shit. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so as it's now Mollis' turn, I'm guessing?
It's your turn.
Alright. So Mollis would just kind of reel his head back as everyone would just hear a screech emit outwards as there's mild, like, psychic energy coming off of him.
Okay.
Oh boy.
As he's gonna force her to roll a wisdom save.
Alright.
Oh boy.
That is a natural 14 plus 2. Does a 16 work?
A 16 meets the DC.
Okay.
So she will only take half damage from the psychic damage.
Understood. What's she taking?
She takes... I will roll... Damn, that was a good roll, too.
Yeah.
She takes 7 psychic damage.
Alright. So she takes 7 psychic damage from this screech. You can see her like, ear just kind of, like, twitch, essentially.
Yeah. As, she would then just see Mollis grab at his golden calcifer. As he would actually take a step forward and take 2 swings at her.
Okay.
Oh boy.
As...
I think it's wrong side.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So that is a dirty 28 to hit.
That will hit.
And... a dirty 16.
The dirty 16 will meet the AC.
Alright. As I will roll the damage.
Okay.
Hang over.
It's faster. Max damage.
Okay. What do you get?
As he would do 19 slashing damage.
Okay.
That's not halved.
Okay. Yep. I kind of figured I'm going ahead and just having it in my head here real quick.
That'd be.
That'd be 10.
That'd be 10, and then he did his second hack. Was naturally 15 damage.
15
so that would
damage,
be 8.
so that'll be 8. All right,
Alright,
cool.
cool.
Heck yeah.
As he essentially would. It's very clear he's like just not really full hacking into her.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's hitting her with his sword.
I get you.
Still that non-lethal. I'm not trying to kill you.
Yeah. So you might be using more of the blunt end, if anything, rather.
He's more
than the
using like the
actual edge.
side of the blade.
Yeah, that's fair. So you're kind of just like, it's almost more of like a concussing type of thing, where you just kind of hit it with the flat end, essentially. You would just do the strikes twice. Like, it's still like, you're still doing like the normal, like, side-to-side swings with it. It's just a little bit less on the slashing way of swinging it.
It's still bludgeoning, which is still resistant to it, so,
Yeah, either way. As her turn would come around, as she would raise her great club up, and you can see that, like, gritted smile, as she's going to take her 4 swings.
Yep, Mollis is smiling because he knows this is coming.
Yep, that's a 17 to hit.
That will miss.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That will be a 12 to hit.
That misses.
And then that will be a dirty 20 to hit.
That one will also hit. So that
Okay.
is 2 hits and 2 misses.
Alright, so...
Who do you have your money on? As Chrono nudges Ooblex in the audience.
I don't know if
You're
it looks at how gambling works, but also, by the way, that's 4 and then 6 bludgeoning. She rolled pretty low on her damage, luckily
Looks
for
does
you.
not know
Okay.
about gambling.
That would check.
So I take 10 bludgeoning.
You take 10 bludgeoning, yes, in total.
Ow.
Yep.
Ow.
Oh, I have a terrible idea.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Can you
Hmm.
can you place bets on fights?
You would have had to do it before the fight.
Okay, but it's not concerned with this one. Just in general.
Yes, we will get to that after the end of the fight, though, if that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So,
Okay. So, let me double check here something real quick.
she tilts technically has a bonus action.
Yep, that's what I'm checking right now.
Concerningly.
Right, understood. So the thing that I was looking at that comes from her subclass, I need to understand how that worked before I did anything.
Okay.
Okay, so that's nothing she can do until, like, unless it's, like, an action thing. So she really can't do anything else with her bonus action besides take, like, a, like, melee, which is what she'll do. As she kind of, like, does one hand this, like, weapon, is what you'd realize was just her right hand.
Yeah.
So you'd see, like, within the swings of all this, she brings, like, basically almost like, not quite like an uppercut, but more just like from like underneath, like right after her second swing, just rising straight up, like her claws, just going straight up.
Fair enough.
As that will be a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit.
So you feel her claws just kind of like drag up your chest, essentially, as that is 3 slashing damage.
Ow.
Yep, don't forget
Ow.
to update your health on Roll20, by the way.
Yes,
but-
my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's just good so I can keep track of where you're at. But yeah,
yes,
that is the
let
end
me-
of her turn.
Alright, cool. So let me, I can actually update this more directly. There you go, cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, as also Mollis's max HP went up because of his deal with the Anessa.
Yep.
Alright, as Mollis's turn would come back.
All right.
As, he would essentially spin his great axe as Calcifer and put it away.
Okay.
As she would see him essentially flick his hands as she would start to see lightning crackle down his arms
Okay.
as he uses his bonus action to activate the robe.
All right.
As he's going to take 2 swings with his hands. He's going to take 2 unarmed strikes.
All right.
That is a dirty 25
That will hit.
and a dirty 16.
That will barely hit.
Eee. As I get to roll a d8. Hooray. I love d8s.
Dun, 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 dun.
That is 9 lightning damage, because he would be doing the light, because his punch can be lightning damage.
You'd see that as you do that first strike, you can see her cough up a bit of blood. That she might be bloodied now.
Alright, and from his punch was the lightning, and then was 9 lightning, and then 2 extra lightning from the cloak.
Okay.
As, I will just add this up all together before I tell you, so you don't have to add it multiple times.
Okay.
I
had already added the 9 onto her. That first 9. So,
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
And then this one is 13 lightning damage.
13 lightning? Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. They might be close to crippled then, if that's the case. So...
As he's like, the sword's not gonna do as much, so might as well switch to just my hands.
Yep. Fair enough. And is that the end of your turn?
That's his bonus action and his action, yes.
Okay. As her turn will come into play. As you would see, just kind of, and I'm going to re-double check this. Right, yeah, she's going to use a charge here. As you can see her become a little bit more on the reckless side.
Shit.
And you see her immediately shift to your right, or to her right, your left, as she swings around you and tries to directly slam the club into, like, the back of your calf. And that is going to be a dirty 19.
That will hit.
Understood. And actually, I should have rolled that with advantage, so I'm going to go and do that, see if she gets a crit. She did not. So that was going to do her first bit of damage here. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that bit of damage. You're going to go ahead and take, a little bit on the higher end, 8 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And then you're going to go ahead. She's going to take another swing. As she would, like, basically, as soon as she gets done with that swing, you'd see her immediately circle behind you again. Basically getting fully behind you this time. As, like, you can feel that strike hit your calf, and before you even have time to react, she's already fully behind you at that point.
Oh,
As
shit!
she would then try to strike you directly in the back. Like, center mass, essentially.
Alright.
As
Struck him in the back, fair enough.
that was a dirty 19 to hit.
That one will also hit.
Okay. That was because of her advantage, because reckless attack. However, because of what subclass she is, you won't get advantage on her. She just gets the advantage, but you don't get the advantage back.
I know what she is. Fuck, alright.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. I made that class, fair enough.
It's another 8 bludgeoning.
Alright, fair enough. Let me, minus that. D&D Beyond, not D&D Beyond, fucking Roll20, please. Thank you. As he is, I do believe, if I double check. Yeah, so he'd barely cough up some blood, because he would heat directly half.
Alright.
As he's directly centered on his health bar.
Understood. And that would be the end of her attack.
Alright. As Mollis is going to whip around. As he will essentially as he's spinning, he kind of swings his left arm out to strike at her. And then essentially just throws like a center massing punch as his other attack.
Okay.
As he's just going to throw 2 punches.
Alright.
I do believe that he probably swings over her head, because that's a dirty 11 to hit.
Yeah, so that one will miss. You definitely just kind of like swing, like you probably
a little bit
for, like,
too high.
The forehead, and then she just was able to just lightly bend her knees, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of that height difference coming into play.
Yeah,
Because I think Mollis is 2 feet taller than her.
Yeah, isn't he like 6'11"?
Yeah, he's 6'11".
Yeah, 6'11" versus 4'11", literally 2 feet taller. There is a bit of a difference.
Yeah, alright, that's fair. As he would take his second punch and probably strike her in the shoulder.
Okay.
As she would take from his second punch, which just had a nat 18 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 14 lightning damage.
14 lightning. And I will mention that as you hit her, she gets insanely low. As you can see, like, this lightning just kind of, like, surge through her body. And you can see that, like, there's definitely blood that kind of, like, basically comes from her mouth. you can see her like basically grit her teeth, and it's that moment of
Oh shit.
you can tell she almost goes down, and then you see with her reaction she uses something, and she takes a swing for your chin. As like
Yeah,
she
that's-
basically took a like step back. You see her eyes were beginning to roll back, and then just an immediate, just like dragging the club against the ground and swinging it up for your chin.
Oh
Fuck,
shit.
that's another one of her damn fucking class moves.
Yep.
Shit.
And okay, I know
You
this is
made
gonna
this
hit 'cause
class.
that's above a dirty 20.
Alright.
You're gonna get hit for another D8 plus 2, as that
Oh,
is
damn.
9 bludgeoning damage to the chin.
How much health do you have left?
20 hit points.
Can you not
Wallace
see
has
it?
a lot of health.
Okay.
You should be able to see it. Are you not able to see it?
You
Why is
hover
it-
over him, you can see it.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, everybody should be able to see this.
No, I
for some
can't.
reason.
Why the fuck? Hey, why does it keep changing this? There, is that
Oh,
good?
now I can.
Can y'all see
That's
everybody
good.
else's? We've done this so many times. I don't know why it keeps doing this.
I can't.
I can see Usagi.
Anya's for some reason.
You can't see who? Okay, I heard two
Oh, there we
different
go.
completely different things. What? Chrono first.
I can
I
see his-
can't see Anya's health for some reason.
Okay,
Neither
that's
can
what
I.
I need.
That's
Alright,
the only one I'm missing
okay,
of the PCs.
okay,
Yeah.
I
thank
can
you.
see the PCs. I can't see anybody else's.
Yeah, the NPCs I
What?
can't see either.
Well, the NPCs, on this specific one, I haven't set it up like that because y'all are actually going to be fighting them. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
But you can see the PCs. Everybody, Anya, can you see all the PCs health bars?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
can
what matters.
I
right now.
can't see hers. That's the only one I can't see.
I just did something that should
Unless
have
I-
fixed that.
Oh, now I can. Sorry, I didn't
Oh,
check.
okay.
Alright, my bad.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
honestly,
fixed
I
now.
don't know why, but Roll20 keeps resetting it. I don't know why, but they keep doing that. So yeah, if you
That's-
can't see something, please let me know, because I honestly don't know, because I can see everybody's things. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, I won't know.
Cool.
Yeah, that's her swing. Was there anything else you were doing in your turn, or is that it?
That would be. I still have my bonus action if I remember correctly.
That would be true. Yes.
So he is going to just take one unarmed strike, and he's not going to burn a key point.
Okay.
He doesn't know how much health she has, and he'd prefer to not knock her too far into the negatives.
Fair enough.
That is a dirty 21 to hit,
That will hit.
and it
I
deals.
don't think you can roll under 2. So
No, I can't. So I just
Yeah,
hit her, and it knocks
yeah.
her out.
just let me know how you want to do this. How do you want to knock her out?
Basically, Mollis, as he gets knocked, he would essentially just bring his arm down, and he essentially nicks her chin, similar to her nicking his. It's just more of a, hey, fucking
Cut it.
Stamp. Fucking stop it.
Fair enough. Yeah, she would like essentially do. I'm guessing it's just like a knee jab or something, considering the height difference.
Basically, he swings his arm down, and essentially, like, the top of his knuckle clips her chin. And the
Gotcha.
lightning kind of arcs off of him into her.
Understood.
Because
Yeah.
considering he's using lightning for his attacks, he really doesn't have to touch them very much for it to hurt.
Yeah, that's completely fair. So yeah, she just fall back essentially. And she would be unconscious as you'll win the first round.
Hey.
You'll be able to like after a round, you're able to bring your health back to full. By the way, so you're able to give your stuff back. You can go. You can move your thing into whatever area of the stance you want to be.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet God. Okay.
Yeah.
Colonel would cheer.
Heck yeah.
Hooray.
I'm clapping in like
Yeah.
a, very nervous manner.
For reasons, obviously, for good reasons.
Yeah.
As next up.
At least I get to pick somebody cool.
Yeah.
This acquaintance of my dad, probably.
But so like what that little bit that you got was that like he didn't know your dad outright, but more that his dad knew your dad type of thing.
Oh, it's close
Oh.
enough. Anyway.
Yeah. Now I actually have a proper image for this guy. And I haven't seen his image before. So, oh boy, here we go. So when you like get to like properly get into the ring, I think it starts to set in for you of like, oh, this guy's fucking big for a rabbit, for a Harrigan. As
We're
you're looking
normally-
at this guy, you see this Harrigan with this
Oh.
black fur you see that he is built to the brim. It is this bulky, over-shouldered, muscled Harengen.
Holy, absolutely
Uh-huh.
shit, man.
He has this like
I might
white
actually
cape.
lose to the.
You might. He has this white
How
cape
tall
that
is
is kind of
Usagi?
like. Usagi's 3 foot. This guy's 5'11".
4, actually. 4, actually.
Gotcha.
Not
4.
that
Yeah.
helps.
This is a 5'11" Harengen, which is rather tall for a Harengen. He has like a white underbelly for like the fur, but the rest is completely like a midnight black. He has this white cape that's kind of torn that he kind of wears. He has these like iron shoulder pads and like iron bracer bits that he has, like a mini shield almost, like on his arms. I want to mention like his beginning bits of his arms, I think it's called the bicep if I remember correctly, is literally like the size of this man's head.
Oh my god.
And like he's wearing these like baggy black pants and like just like these like leather brown straps that go like across the arms, across the waist, across the shoulder, for like all sorts of random items and things he seems to just be keeping on him. Who fucking knows what this man has in store for you? And he has these like brown boots that go up the calves essentially.
Oh my god, I'm so dead.
Yeah, as this is your opponent, you're dealing with Dyke Van Gogh. I need to move him up 1 bit. There we go.
Oh god.
And you were also supposed to be up 1 bit, so I need to move you up a little bit
Okay.
closer. There we
There
are.
we go.
Okay. So, you're going to start off by rolling me an initiative.
Oh boy.
So glad I
Alright.
got the alert fleet.
Alright. He got a high one. I'm going to let you know.
It's gonna help so
no.
much.
He got a 15 plus
Oh,
4 at
God.
19.
Alright, come on, green die, you can do it. You've
got a
done well
green
for
die.
me so far.
Come on, man.
That's a 10.
Oh.
Usagi and then cooler Usagi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking Isa.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Is this
Look-
racist though? Because if any hair we see, we're gonna say it's Usagi.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay,
I
so,
can't help but feel a little bit intimidated.
I mean,
Oh really?
that
a little
is
bit?
valid.
Yeah.
Only a little.
That guy's
Well, I know
like
this.
twice as your
Well,
size.
Well, here's the thing. I know this guy won't brutalize me unnecessarily. Probably.
maybe.
In a fight.
Wallace will.
I'm gonna double check the
Fine.
length here. We're dealing with a 45-foot distance between the two of you. You would see as you can hear him mutter something,
Oh,
and you
Oh, I
see this
didn't.
glow begin to grow around his legs, and
What?
you see him squat down, and then jump forward. As you see
right, he
him,
can do that.
you see him go up into the air as he lands behind you.
What?
As he, like, I want to mention, like, you,
God.
like, in the back of your head, you're like, oh, like, Harengen, yeah, you know, we jump a little bit. He's probably just going to jump, like, 15 feet, and then he'll make the rest of the way. No, you see him go arcing through the air as he lands behind you, this dust cloud settling, as you see him
so dead.
bring up this great sword, and
Oh,
just
God.
go, apologies, friend, and then straight down.
Oh dear.
What is that to hit?
Okay, that's the
Go
first one.
fuck yourself. That's the hit.
Okay, I've got good news and bad news. The first one's a nat 20. That's the bad news. The good news is the other one's a nat 1.
Wait, what?
So, I'm going to roll 2 d4s, and this is going to determine the things that are going to be happening. The debuff and the buff that's happening here.
Oh
Okay.
my
God.
god.
Wait, fucking, are you sure? What the
I-
fuck? Okay. Hey, roll me a con save. And,
Okay.
Oh, you're getting injured, bud.
okay.
That's an out one.
Oh! Oh!
I'm so dead.
Hey,
I'm
man,
so fucking
listen.
dead.
Your
Hey,
ass
hey.
is unconscious.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hey, Reed. I'm gonna
What?
level with you here, right, man? You
What?
know I like you as a friend, right? You know I don't mean any of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Right. Okay. So, this is. So going to the feats, right?
Yeah.
And there is a list called major and minor injuries. Go in there and give yourself the major torso injury.
Major chest injury.
Major chest
Oh,
injury.
fuck.
Sorry, apologies. That's what he named it.
Oh,
That is the worst injury to have besides the head injury. That is the that's the
God.
second worst. I'm so sorry.
How do I
Usagi?
tweak this?
So go to your features and traits, and then go to feats, and then
Yeah.
manage feats.
And
And
then
then-
scroll.
Yeah, you'll scroll in the homebrew, and
You're
there will be
looking
ones
for
with
homebrew.
M. Yeah. so you-
Okay.
it is alphabetically ordered, so
It's
you'll
major
see
torso, you said?
major torso,
Chest.
or I think it's chest.
That's not-
Chest. Yeah, is what it ends
Okay,
up being
thank
called. Major chest injury, and add that. And you'll see the debuffs. It'll also affect your health. So go ahead and
'Cause you're
add
not
that,
able
and
to take
then
as
we'll
much.
give you the damage. Because that's how that would work.
8!
You have 8 health?
Oh, this poor guy.
Okay, so you might go down in one hit. I am so sorry. Unless he rolls horribly. I'm crossing my fingers for you, genuinely. I am
come on,
so
man!
sorry.
The major chest injury is supposed to be debilitating.
So you go down. That's 13 slashing into your shoulder. You didn't, so the way I'm gonna run this, right? You didn't have enough time to react. So he lands, bringing this sword down, and you feel, for like this split moment, this like thing make contact with the back bit of your right shoulder, and then you don't remember anything else as you pass out. For everyone else, you see this sword go slashing down as it carves its way down his entire back
Oh, God.
as he falls to the floor. You would then see as it makes contact with the ground, it carves its way into the ground and the sword shatters, as that's where the Nat 1 comes into play.
Oh, he broke it.
As he looks to the, blade, and then looks back at you and just goes, "Not again."
Not again.
Are you good?
I'm sorry,
Are you good?
what?
Oh.
Fuck, you killed me!
And this is a paladin, and so the paladin kind of puts his hand on and just goes, "I apologize, my little buddy," and lay on hands. You will be unconscious for the next fight, but you can at least
great.
add you can go back to full health. He has enough to bring you back to full health. You'll just be out for a fight.
Wait.
So you won't
When
be able to
does
see
that-
Chronos fight. I do apologize.
When does that injury go away?
So
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah. So
I-
just
Oh my
Um,
god.
I'm gonna be literally useless!
yeah,
I'm
this
more
is
concerned about the fact that the remaining damage was more than half of his health bar.
yeah.
No!
Yeah.
That would've killed me!
Yeah,
I
it would have.
genuinely feel bad.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I feel fucking bad on this too, but we added the
Oh,
injury
shit.
thing when we made this campaign, and so I was keeping it to the touch. I had talked about the injuries before we made this campaign. I want to make this very clear. I had mentioned that injuries were a thing. That's how the feat works. Yeah, I will say, because you do have a proper doctor on your crew, it might be a little bit less than 3 weeks. But do keep a counter.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nitz,
I do
don't
apologize.
think you're understanding what my concern is.
He may have actually just outright died.
Oh, yeah, no, don't worry. There's things that
It-
prevent that from this gladiatorial arena.
Okay,
Because I'm getting
cool.
to that, by the way. Because I
I
would have...
hope you're prepared for Usagi to not get into any fights whatsoever.
It's fair. Because essentially what happens is when he goes down, you see this almost like red ring, this almost like red orb, sapphire essentially, this massive one, form around the entire Colosseum. As you see some type of runes activate. They kind of like flicker. Like it is like blinking, constant blinking, red flickering light. And then it goes away. As you can probably tell, it was probably like a death ward to keep participants from getting killed outright in fights like this.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. I said I was pulling back the punches. Sorry.
I think this is a little more extreme than that.
Oh, listen, he has an insanity campaign too. I got hit with one literally last session. I've been there, man. I feel your pain. Trust me.
I got
Okay.
to make you feel better, Reed. I've gotten
Oh.
messed up by it in the
Okay.
campaign before.
All I'm gonna say is
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any guff about me not getting into fights anymore. For this
I mean, for this one, at least Moss knows why you're not. Like,
Yeah,
he's looking at
yeah.
us like, that's fair. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, I'll
He
be-
just watched your shoulder almost get ripped off.
Yep. I'll be real. I was rolling some extra stuff because remember how I said you can lose limbs in my campaigns. There was a shot he cut off your arm. So this is the
Oh,
better.
God.
This is the better one.
What the fuck?
I'm so sorry. Again, I can't apologize enough, but I am, like I said, I was gonna stop holding y'all's hands, and we're doing it now. So
Didn't even. Okay.
Holy shit.
this is how I
Yeah.
always DM. I've done this in the
Yeah.
past, even when I DM'd my first ever campaign.
It happens.
Yep.
Some fights just don't go well.
I apologize.
Remind me to never play a rogue in your campaigns ever again.
Fair.
Rogues can be really good in my campaigns, but you gotta play them like. Let's just put it like this: normal D&D base ways of playing normal like classes don't normally work in my campaigns because I'm so heavily homebrewed. You gotta be a little bit more out of
Literally
the
no
norm.
way I could. There was literally no other way I could play this in this
There-
specific case.
There are with how you set up your character, yes. But if you can't set up your character, if you had set your character up a different way, you could have done it other ways. That's all I'll say to that. But again, I do
You literally
apologize.
have to take advantage of that homebrew aspect.
Yes, yes. Again, I do apologize,
Oh,
but
Usagi.
that is the
Oh
thing.
my
And the
god.
only reason I'm saying that is Acrid is the same way. If you don't play into that homebrew aspect, you will end up dead.
Yes.
Yep.
Again, I'm always rooting for the players. I do want to mention this because you guys can also give injuries to the NPCs and to the enemies as well. I want to make that very clear. It's not a one-way rehabilitation thing.
Yep.
This is just a thing. I've had this for so long, and then when Acrid made proper feats for it, I've been able to show it off a little bit more. Though I will mention, this is out of the multiple campaigns I've DM'd, this is one of the only times that has happened where they've gotten injured. There's only been one other time where a player has been injured. And that was my first ever campaign that I did, which was Sky Pirates, funny enough. We somehow cycled back to Pirates.
Wow.
That was like a few years ago during COVID. And it was, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it was a high elf sorceress who got too cocky for her own good. And she got her, like, right arm cleaved straight through. She almost lost it. So she essentially had what you have right now. So, if it makes you
Yeah.
feeling better, you're not the first person.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
On the bright side, you guys do a lot of days in just traveling, so there probably actually won't be that many combats where you're stuck with this, luckily for you. So, that's the good bit about this. That being said, guess who's up next?
Oh no.
It's Chrono, and I'm going to double check the
hold
bracket to
on
make
it.
sure I sent you against the right guy. What'd you say? Sorry,
The
I was
only-
talking.
The only thing I
Oh,
can
no.
hope for is that Malice loses.
Alright, yeah, no, Nits, I wanted to, flavor how Chrono enters the arena really quick.
Does he walk?
No, so basically how I was kind of picturing it,
He doesn't?
as, like, Chrono realizes that it's just like, oh, it's my turn. He'll just take off his shirt and hat, just kind of fold them neatly on where he's at the bleachers, put on his goggles, put on his gauntlets. He'll just kind of stretch a little bit, and he'll just say, alright, maximum effort time. And he'll just jump into the arena.
Alright.
Ooblex yells.
Hell yeah. What do they yell?
They said, "Damn!"
Oh, man. Okay. I want to mention, you are going against Hideko Uzumaki. So, keep that in mind.
Alright.
Oh boy. Lindry, roll me a history check, by the way, real quick.
Okay. Hold on a second. I need to find my dice.
Okie dokie.
I'm not using your spinner.
I got a spinner dice that I've been using.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
showed me. It literally spins. And then you
It was
stop
his
it.
birthday present.
Yeah, it's actually sick.
Wait, isn't it been your birthday recently, Acrid?
Not
Coming
yet. I got
up.
it early.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
I
20.
will say out of session.
Okay, so you haven't talked with this person a lot before, but you know who this is. This is a key elemental. They're not human. They look human. They are not human. Key elementals are lightning / like cloud mixed elementals that were created, which is a race that's been created specifically by Kikas. They like to try and blend in with human society by pretending to be humans or really any race, because they can just they literally have access to a form of polymorph. So they can just, kind of like with Succubi, they can just kind of pretend to be whatever. So this is Hideko Uzumaki, who has been known, as the little bits that you know about her, is that she's been known to kind of like basically wander around from island to island, and she has a horrible gambling addiction, because she just gambles a lot. So she's probably here to get money so she can gamble again. As I'm going to send you the NPC visual of this lady. This is the lady you're looking at. You are looking at a dynasty-based lady, so you at least know that much. She has this, like, essentially still like a straw hat. It's the same design, but it's more like metallic, and it seems to have some type of like lighting tech that's kind of like built into it with these little red tassels that kind of flow off of it. There's like black hair that has some bangs put to the side, and it's like kind of in a messy bun in the back. You would see that she has this kind of like green, like this kind of like more of like a forest green, I would say. Like, what's the word? Not a kimono. It's really not a kimono, but kind of like a dynasty shirt. I can't really think of the words right now. But it basically goes down and then kind of like covers around like the front and the very back area of the pelvis, but nothing really more than that. But she's wearing one of those. You can also see that her left arm specifically is completely mechanical. As she does have some augmentations going on there, which is more like steampunk-esque. The other thing that I would mention is that she does actually have pants. Awesome.
Okay.
Except it's more of like a skirt, but you get the idea. It has like floral designs on it, it's black, you get the idea. Instead of a corset, she has this like metallic like corset that's kind of like goes around her waist essentially instead. And these like hazel eyes. That is the person you're looking at. And you can see that she dual wields katanas. So.
Alright, cool.
Roll me your
What did
initiative.
you say her name was?
Hideko Izumaki. I'll type it out for you, just in case. Uzumaki, sorry. Not Izumaki. Uzumaki. But yeah. Don't roll me your initiative, by the way, Chrono. But yeah, Lindsay, you at least recognize the person.
What position on the arena I'm supposed to be at, by the way?
Right side. You're on right side.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab you.
Gotcha.
Bitch. Sorry. I'm gonna go and move her into here. That's one more over. Yeah, there we go. Make sure.
Okay, I might be going first. That's a dirty 26.
Who's further away than the other? You know what? Fuck it. Y'all just have slightly different. Also, what was it?
Dirty 26.
She reroll again. You guys could like hit the same. So.
Don't usually modifiers decide the tie?
Normally, but the way I'm running this, with it being gladiatorial specifically, is that we just re-roll and see who beats the initiative.
Okay. 24.
You will beat it. That's literally how I do gladiatorial fights, specifically with gladiatorial combat. So, yeah. Alright, cool. So, you got the first turn.
Plain and simple. I'm just gonna do what I've been doing normally. Time gear, super drive. Main action. Oh, charge up the gauntlets. Gotta get up close, bonus action, and just immediately unleash Time's Barrage on her.
Okay.
Because it is literally free damage, and I might as well now.
Alright.
1 minute. Hang on. Let me fix something really quick. Hang on. Sorry, I try to make sure I keep my sheet up to date.
No, that's fair, that's fair.
Including the modifiers. 21.
Okay.
And then from the gauntlets, they take 28 damage total to kick this round off with.
Alright.
Alright, so as the fight kind of begins, Chrono kind of gets into sort of like a... How should I put this? It's kind of like how boxers usually position themselves. I think Megalo boxing is a really good example in terms of position. And he'll just say, alright, give it your all. And he'll just charge right in, running fast. And I like to imagine she like maybe moves her arms or gets her weapons ready. But before she could even react, haha, time freeze. actually just get hit with that barrage.
That's fair. I would say she probably already has her weapons out because gladiatorial fight. Unless you want the crowd mad at you, because if you hit someone without their weapons ready to go in a gladiatorial fight, that would be seen as disrespectful. But otherwise, she'd probably have her weapons out already.
I meant more like probably moving her weapons to react to
Gotcha.
pushing her is what I meant to say.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I'll end my turn.
All right, cool. So as you begin your like strikes, you can definitely see there's that little bit of confusion of what the fuck, how'd you hit me, type of thing, because obviously they're not seeing what they're getting hit by when that's happening. As she would just kind of wait. I gotta remember, how does that work again? I gotta double check this real quick.
Timed barrage. It's
no, not that. I'm checking something with her. You're good
mind.
though. I appreciate you at least being like immediately like actually.
Yeah. Fair.
I appreciate you. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you'd see her just kind of go, well, if we're gonna start off that way, and you see her just slam her right foot down and roll me a con save.
Okay. 30-19.
That will pass, so you only take half damage.
Alright.
As you're going to be taking 2d6 plus 4 of thunder damage.
Okay.
So you'll take half of 5. She rolled insanely low. Actually, hold up. Wait, I need to add something on. Because it bounces off of... There's a plus modifier onto that 5 that I just remembered. Okay. I haven't used this race in a very, very long time, so just give me a second. This is a race-specific thing. So it's 8 in total, so you just take 4.
Alright.
Yeah. So yeah, as you take like 4 thunder damage, you then see her begin to swing on you with her two katanas, essentially.
Alright.
As I'm gonna go ahead and roll. By the way, why did it randomly choose to do that? What the fuck? Okay, hold up. There we go. Yippee! It randomly decided to like unequip her weapon out of nowhere. Like I was actively staring at it, and I looked back up after rolling, and it was gone. Okay, so that's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I know the other one's not gonna hit because that's a dirty 12. So
that's right.
You would see her like right after stomping.
Actually, hold that thought. I'm gonna react and use the rewind on that first hit.
Okay, go ahead and try. You got to beat a 23.
All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. So that means I'll need at least a 15 to tie.
Yep.
Oh.
Because you need a 24. What?
I was 1 off.
1 off. Dude, that's so unlucky.
Okay, fuck it. You know what? Nah. Quick reflexes. I'm trying again.
Okay.
Alright.
Is that 2 charges?
Yeah.
Yeah, he chose blast through thing charge.
Got it! 15! I made it.
Okay. So you do that. So you like basically it's literally one of those things where like she immediately like basically went to go swing as soon as she stomped her foot down, and that first swing originally connected into your shoulder and then tore through it. And then the second one would have missed as you like basically dodged out of the way. And you're like, no. And so you like basically rewind the time again and basically just kind of move back, basically just kind of pushing your left shoulder out of the way, so that way both of the attacks end up missing. As she'll then use action surge.
Uh-oh.
Yep. As she's going to swing 2 more times.
Fair enough.
That is a natural 19 plus 7 to hit. So that'll be a 26 to hit. And that is a dirty 24 to hit.
That'll also hit.
Understood. Luckily for you, she seems to be rolling pretty bad in damage. That is 5 slashing, then 9 slashing.
Alright, so 14 total?
Yes, 14 total.
Gotcha.
Alright. That is the end of her turn, as she basically just takes these slashes right across you. Like, you immediately, as soon as you recover from those two, your brain's kind of going to, like, okay, I can probably start making my move now. So you kind of, like, lean forward to basically start going for another punch, and she just immediately interrupts it. And she basically, like, brought both of the katanas straight over, just using that momentum she had as she was, like, kind of moving her body more to the left in the process. She uses that momentum to carry into, like, a right slash with both of the katanas. Just straight horizontally across your torso, essentially.
Gotcha. Okay. It's my turn now?
Yep.
Okay, because I used Time Mirage on my last turn, that means this first... I'm just gonna pretty much let everyone know right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and use all 4 of my attacks, because why the hell not? For the first one, it's disadvantage because of times barrage. So just give me 1 sec.
All right.
Okay, first one's dirty 21. Second one is a nat 20.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna
Alright,
have them roll something real quick. All right. I'm gonna have them roll this now. See, remember what I said about the injury things? I was rolling for that stuff. Where were you aiming?
I'm just gonna go right for her, one of her arms, because that's how she's using her katana, so she fights with a katana.
Okay, cool. Understood.
Oh.
So tell me what you do before I start doing anything. The
Alright.
first one will miss, by the way. Because what was it again? The first one?
No, that was the first one. That was one
Not-
I got with disadvantage roll.
Oh, the nat 20. Wait. Oh, okay. That was a disadvantage. What do you have
Yeah, my
disadvantage?
first one. I
Oh,
got
right.
a
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Never mind.
First
Never mind.
one-
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was doing my disadvantage one first. First one was a dirty 21. Second one was a nat 20.
Yeah, I forgot about the disadvantage. Yeah, because you used the time. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Here's something funny about that, Nits.
Yeah.
Because the gauntlets are doing bludgeoning damage, I can trigger a funny special of mine
Okay.
called Crusher Critical.
Okay.
Until the start of my next turn, it says right here, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get advantage for these next 3 attacks.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, as Chrono just kind of shakes off that initial katana slash, suddenly something in Chrono's just suddenly clicks as it realizes, oh shit, that's a clean opening. And he brings both of his hands together and basically swings them overhead on her right shoulder, kind of like a hammer, hard.
Okay.
All right, and that will be 26. And for the gauntlets, that's 3, unless you're doubling the gauntlets for whatever reason.
I mean, it's basically whatever the crit is. If that's attached to the crit, then that gets doubled. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So that's 42 damage total.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna add that on. Hello, train.
So, do I score an injury against her?
You would, but you won't know exactly what because you're not them, if that makes sense. And that's probably
yeah.
gonna be a little bit more relevant when their turn starts coming around.
That's fair. I thought you were gonna say something about it, so that's why I was waiting. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's literally a thing of like you're crack. It's like when you crack them, you can definitely feel like something popped, but you don't know what type of injury it is. It's one of those things. It's more something like you're gonna need the time to be able to process that before you're gonna be able to tell outright, since it's not
yeah.
happening to you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I got you. All
Yeah,
right,
because this is
second
all
attack.
within the span of like 6 seconds. So.
Lindery about to be upset with Chrono for injuring Hideko.
Okay, that's dirty 19 for my second attack. That was with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
Does that hit?
It was. Oh, I'm so sorry. You cut out for me randomly. What was it again?
Okay. With it, I rolled this with advantage. That was a dirty 19 to hit. Does that hit?
Dirty 19. That will meet the AC.
So yes.
Yes, that will meet the AC.
Okay. I'm doing it all on roll 20 to keep track of it, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, that was my main action. I'm going into flurry of blows.
Okay.
That's another nat 20.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay, that's 22. Holy fuck, what am I rolling
Hey,
tonight? That's
side note
24
real quick. This is me as a DM because I just remembered something that is heavily critical to what's just happened here. So normally with most things, they can be injured. This is an elemental. They literally don't have bones.
Oh, fair enough.
So I apologize. This literally just hit me. It's like a John scenario. You literally can't injure someone like this.
No worries.
Yeah,
okay,
this
I
just
gotcha.
hit me. Apologies.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
so Lindery
um,
not about to be upset.
That was 24 for the crit, by the way.
Okay, is that already doubled
Okay.
or?
That was already doubled.
Okay, cool.
Going to my last one.
Oh my god.
Okay, that one's probably gonna miss. That's like that was a 13, but I
That'll
don't
miss.
think. Yeah, but I don't. I think I'm fine. I think I'm doing fine.
Yeah, you seem to be doing fine. As it's going to become her turn.
Okay,
As,
I'm assuming she's crippled.
you honestly can't tell because they don't bleed blood. There's not really a way to tell with an elemental.
enough.
It's just, at that point, all you can really do is just assume and just hope and pray that eventually the flailing works. So, it's kind of that weird thing, you know what I mean? So here's the thing, right? You would see her breathe in. As, it's that thing of like, you might be able to guess pretty easily, because of the action surge, what this might be. It might be a thing called second wind. As she's regaining health back. Alright. I know the answer to that. That is a total of skip. There we go. Skib. Alright. She's then going to go, well, if we're going to play like this, though I don't appreciate you punching me like that, and she puts her katanas in, and you see her bring that right arm back, that metallic arm, and just go for a rising uppercut, essentially.
Alright.
Because essentially what she did was she bent down to, like, basically with her whole body to throw the katanas in so they would stand upright, and then immediately swinging her body, just using that momentum. That's something you would realize about fighting this person, is that she uses, like, a constant flowing movement. She doesn't really stop her movement. As that would be a dirty 20 to hit. Will that hit?
That meets the AC.
Alright, so I'm going to be honest, you feel this metal make contact.
Just kidding, reaction times rewind.
Alright.
Alright.
Say that before you.
I do ask that when I say does that meet the AC, you please let me know before I start rolling stuff, because I was about to roll.
Yeah. Apologies. I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Just a heads up, because if I already roll the damage, I'm not gonna let you do it.
I gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah.
for this, I'm gonna need at least a 12.
Yep.
Okay. I made it. That's a 16
You made
plus
it?
8.
Alright, so she's gonna take her second swing as you basically get out of the way of the uppercut, and she's just gonna go straight for your throat. And that is a 18 plus 7.
That will hit.
Okay. As funny enough, you'd realize that gauntlet seems a little, or not gauntlet, but the arm seems a little familiar in the way it seems to be running, because there seems to be steam pumping out of it. And then you can see that some fire starts to come from it. And that might be her own version of the steam press gauntlet.
Irony. Irony is what's happening here.
Uh-huh. So I'm gonna roll
Got
this one
it.
physically. Because I have to roll multiple things. Okay. So that is... I gotta do math here. Sorry, apologies. That's gonna be 12 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then, obviously, this is a modified version of hers, so hers does it in a different type of damage type. So I'm going to roll this. And that is 9 fire damage.
Okay.
As
So
that
9?
is the end of her turn.
Okay, I got 4 HP and a prayer right now.
You got this, man.
Okay. I am just gonna do this pretty much exactly the same thing I did last turn. Because of Crusher's effects, it will go away, so I'm just gonna be rolling normally.
Alright.
First roll. I think that misses, so that's a dirty 18.
That will miss, yes.
Second roll.
Come on, man.
That definitely hits. That's a nat 15 plus 8.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, 1 minute. You probably already figured this out, but I'm just rolling damage because I think it makes things a bit more convenient that way.
Alright.
Okay, there, flurry of blows. Here comes the third hit. That's gonna hit. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
And for the last hit, nat 20!
Oh my
Alright. So you can double your damage.
Max damage 2, that's a full 30. Max
All
damage
right.
on the gauntlets 2,
Mhm.
that's 38.
Alright, so you will knock them out.
Okay, so as Chrono just kind of finishes taking off that barrage, so how I kind of want this elemental to just kind of see Chrono is that he looks just almost scarily calm as he takes those hits.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a deep breath, and what I just basically want this to be like, he just suddenly, the time gear just kind of, wait, no. So he already kind of, his dexterity is improved, which means okay, you know what, no, I'm trying to get you, I'm overthinking this. He goes in, starts speeding up, goes into a Dempsey roll, and just fucking lays on her a barrage of punches for about a good minute before one big punch to her face sending her flying.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna flavor anything because you kind of just did my job. So I'll just like, I just move this here. I'll listen.
Flavoring is my favorite thing when I play D&D, so.
Fair enough. I mean, it's a nat 20. I'm fine with letting people flavor unless they do something that I literally can't allow.
Yeah, and then Chrono just kind of goes, oh, maximum effort, as he will just, he just kind of like does like a mini air fist bump to himself.
Yeah. I want to mention something. Do you look into the crowd?
Mm-hmm.
You see Gildart standing up in the crowd, and he's pointing his axe at you and smiling.
I'll grin back and I'll point right at him as I'll jump back to the bleachers.
Oh
Landry
man,
is understandably upset
Oh,
that
in
is
her
fair.
mind.
That is fair.
I will. Chrono will just kind of like shake his shoulder a little bit since they're both mocked, and he'll just say, "Did you see that? Oh my gosh, I was on fire back there."
Yep.
Yes, I did see it, Chrono.
Are you good? You look like more annoyed than usual.
more annoyed than usual.
It's not something you say, man.
We'll talk about it later.
What's up?
Okay. Chrono will turn to Ublix and he'll just say, "Good luck, buddy. I'm rooting for you."
Yeah, because next up is Issa's Ublex versus Talon.
I can't wait to fight.
Yeah. Now this is someone you guys have seen, as this is the other guy from the cavalry battle, the Shifter. You're fighting this man. You're fighting the Shifter. I'm not going to re-describe them, but I will put them up NPC visuals again for people, just in case they may have forgotten what he looks like. But it's the, essentially the, like, bird-feeded, like, Shifter that y'all dealt with in cavalry battle. It's the same man.
Yeah, I could beat him.
Meow.
Yeah.
In a fight, I don't know. But I could beat him.
Alright, buddy. Alright, calm down. Alright. So, go ahead and roll me your initiative against him. Something you'll realize about him is that he doesn't seem to really carry a weapon. Alright, you will go first.
This is
I
what
need to
wanted hear.
move your stuff over onto the... Yeah, go and move your guy. I gotta find him in the crowd here.
My guy at.
Yeah, you're massive right now. You are supposed to be specifically this much away from the wall. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm that fucking giant.
Yeah. Alright. What's your plan? Oh boy, I heard that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a plan, alright.
You got a plan?
I don't think Issa
I
has a
hope
plan.
you don't know how to see in the dark, buddy. I'm gonna cast darkness on his ass.
Alright. So thing is, with darkness, right? You would need like dark vision wouldn't work for this. They would specifically need
Double side.
Devil's Sight. So even though he has dark vision,
shit.
he won't be able to see in this.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
15 spear around his ass, dude. 15-foot spear. But I
Alright.
don't. Wait. Okay. So the darkness is cast around it, but I can't see him, right? can I
You would be, at least the way I run it, you can see into your own darkness. It's just nobody else can.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do something absolutely diabolical.
Oh? Now, what are you doing?
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna cast that darkness, okay?
Okay, you're gonna cast that darkness. So where are you casting? Are you casting it directly on him? Or are you kind of casting it in the middle of you guys? Where are you casting it exactly? It has a 20-foot radius, right? Or is it 35? Because I see you have it stretched out right now, Saphira-wise, up to 35.
It has a 50-foot radius.
50 foot?
15.
15.
15.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Gotcha.
I forgot.
I thought you said 50. I was like, that's fucking crazy. That's the whole damn arena.
We cast 50.
Okay.
Right.
Is it right where that little blue thing's at, right here that I see?
I want it on top of him.
Okay, gotcha. I don't know who put this here, but I'll just
I don't know who put that there either.
Yeah. I'll just put
I
that.
tried to figure out. It didn't work.
You know what? No, it works
Yeah.
because I honestly don't know if there's another way to do this. Cool.
That's also not 15 feet.
It would effectively be this.
Yeah. If you can, okay. Well, okay, here we go. We're maintenance, everybody. Maintenance. It's maintenance time. It's maintenance. Just moving through. Yep. Good enough. All right, cool.
Good enough. Okay,
Okay, cool.
Completes the objective.
So it's directly on him. Okay, so you cast darkness onto him. Okay, so anything else?
Gonna move up. Let's see, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try to space him out. Okay. I'm gonna cast a tentacle of the deeps right here.
Okay, let me get you a tentacle thing here. Yoink, where's that tentacle icon? I got you one a bit ago. Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, as you kind of cast this, like, darkness, like, just the fear that begins to form, and then immediately, to, like, a little, like, right in kind of, like, somewhat in between you and this Saphir, you create this, like, tentacle that kind of erupts from the ground. This, like, kind of slimy blue tentacle.
I'm gonna move it closer to touch him.
Oh, okay, how far can you move it?
Oh, no, I can't move it right now.
Oh,
'Cause
okay,
I'm just
gotcha.
Like, my eventual turns. And that is going to be my turn.
Alright, as next up is his turn. And, funny enough, he might not be the class you thought he was.
Oh?
As I will mention, if you look at it, why'd the music stop? What the fuck? Why'd the music stop? Why'd it do that? Don't stop, can't stop. Something that you would realize is, you know what? Let's just put it this way. He can run out of this Saphir, can't he? I should actually ask this before I say anything else. He's able to leave the Saphir, right?
Should be able to, yes.
Yeah,
If you could.
so
You just run, you just walk out.
yeah, okay. So I'll roll to see which way he goes. One will be, like, up on the map, essentially, like, you know, to his left. 2 will be to his right. 3 will be directly towards you, and 4 will be backwards. Because he's basically got to find his way out. Understood? As you see him basically make his way out. Oh, what the fuck? What is this tiny little thing here? What the fuck? You're trying to move it. You see him.
I to get rid of it.
I don't know either. We'll figure it out. I figured it out. Okay. So
Yay.
you see him go basically back outwards out of the Saphir. And that was 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 20% of his movement speed. As you would see him basically. Oh wait, no shit, right, yeah, because he's shifter, he has this movement. So you see him basically kind of get out around it. He's gonna have a little bit of extra movement than what he normally should have. As he's gonna go basically start running around it essentially. So that's gonna be another 5, 10, 15, 20. As you see him just start like basically running around this orb, and he would be able to at least see your tentacle. And like, because of your size, if you were just small and you were just taking up this one little like block to your like top left, he probably wouldn't be able to see you because of the obscurity. He would be able to see your blobness out from around. As you would see him raise 2 of his 4 arms up, as he is part Yeshka. He's not just a normal shifter. I have mentioned this before, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, as you would see him bring it up, and you see a very similar spell, that you might recognize begin to form. As he casts Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay.
He's a warlock like you, buddy.
Like you get a taste of that shit.
As that is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Oh?
That hits.
That hits? Okay. Another other one hit because that's a dirty 9.
Oh shit! Ignore that roll. I was clicking my Eldritch
Oh,
Blast.
okay.
Ignore
okay.
that
Yeah,
roll.
that's some crazy
Ignore.
roll. Unless you want
I
to take the
use
damage.
rewind. No, just kidding.
No, you don't. As you take 5 force damage, and he rolled low, luckily for you. As you take this 5 force damage, basically to your blobby self, and then you'd see, like, using his other bit of his, like, you know, abilities to do thing. You know what? I was gonna say something very specific, but that literally would not be useful to you. So, you know, I think that would be relatively obvious to him because you don't have a sword. So, you know what? Roll me a wisdom save.
Alright. That is a 17.
You beat the DC as you are not frightened.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, thank God.
As that is the end of his turn.
Alright.
Warlock battle, warlock battle.
Warlock battle. Dun 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 dun. What's your plan?
Yeah. Oh, up to 30 feet. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
the tentacle.
You're gonna move your tentacle right in front of him? Boink. I should do
Yes,
this.
sir.
Let me make it so that way you can control this.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna move it.
Yoink. There you go. You should be able to... Wait, hold up. Wait, no. Actually, I have to do controlled and then toasty and then save setting. Boom. There you go. You should be able to move it now. But yeah, you can move it directly up in front of Talon, essentially. Just, like, directly in his line of sight. What's your plan with this?
I'm gonna have it hit him for full damage.
Alright.
It'll reduce his speed for... let me read. I don't know how to read.
I'm guessing it's like 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it 10 feet for a turn or for
yeah,
a minute,
reduced
or?
by 10 feet.
Okay.
Speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna guess that's
then-
just for his turn then, if it's the case. Unless he gets hit again.
I'm just
Oh, no, I'm
imagining
not gonna
this
hit him
thing
again with
double
it.
slap him.
I'm gonna have to roll...
Let me know what you roll for that to hit.
I need to make a melee spell attack.
Oh, do you not have
Hey.
like a thing saying like how much, like what the to hit is on this tentacle?
No, I need to roll a melee spell attack for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go and do that.
I just don't know what I roll for it.
That,
it be like-
that's why
like-
that's what I was asking.
Mm.
Okay,
It would-
so
Probably be a d20 plus your spell modifier.
It's literally just a
Probably.
spell attack.
yeah,
It's your normal spell attack.
yeah, you should have like a plus, like a natural to hit with all your spells. So you just roll that essentially.
Oh my goodness.
You only have a +4. That can't be.
That would
right.
have that would have her proficiency as well.
Oh, then
Yeah, it'd have her percentage. So it should be a +6. Should be a +6. So yeah, that should be a 14.
Plus-
That will hit. That will hit him.
Alright,
Plus
you roll
3.
1d.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. Because proficiency's +3 at y'all's level now. I'm used to y'all being at 2.
Oh, that does
Either
8
way, it
damage.
hits. Nice. You do like max
Yeah.
damage to him. That should also be your charisma modifier. What's your charisma modifier? That goes onto the damage. Remember? Or is it just or the tentacle? No. Never mind. I'm thinking about other
It's-
spots.
it's a
Apologies. Never
tentacle.
mind. Ignore me. I'm an idiot.
No, you're fine.
I'm getting over my own head. Alright, cool. Yeah, as like this basically the tentacle just kind of like goes over his head, it just fucking slaps him in the head, essentially.
Yeah, he'll have reduced, fuck, the speed will be, dude, I can't actually.
I get you what you mean,
can't
I get what you mean.
speak. His speed will be reduced by 10 feet!
I got you.
Alright, and then, for the rest of what I'm gonna do, because I use that as my bonus action. For my main action, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him
Alright,
with my 2 beams.
go ahead.
Ooh, does a 15 hit?
That will hit, yes. He has an AC of 14,
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
Lovely.
Because you had
Sweet,
met it
thank
last
you.
time, so.
So it does 8 damage as well.
Alright,
Then, what's the next roll? 17?
that'll hit.
Okay. 4. 8 damage. So
Another
8
8
times
damage.
3, 24 damage I did to him total.
Alright, cool.
And also on my turn.
All
Oh, I
right.
push him back 10 feet too. With
Nice.
the agonize, with the fuck, what's that shit called again?
So he
Whatever,
kind of,
not one thing.
he'd only be able to go back essentially 5, but he essentially just gets knocked back into the wall.
Back shot. Yeah, awesome.
Hell yeah. As next up is his turn. as you see with his bonus action, you'd see him like just start to shift. As this is something shifters can do. Using shifting, they can kind of go back into this transformation. As you can see, these like feathers begin to grow onto his arms, essentially, kind of like basically becoming wings. As his arms are replaced with wings, essentially, as he has these 4 massive bird-like wings. As not only that, but he'll gain 7 temp health because of it.
Oh.
So he'll be able to fly now, and on top of that, he has temp health. And then he's going to use his other stuff. So he got himself a little bit of extra little, stuff to work with here. And go ahead and roll me a strength save. 12. You will fail. So as you see him begin to cast something with his eyes begin to glowing as he begins muttering something, and you see these like black oozy like tentacles begin to come out from the ground around you and start to grapple you. As he did Arms of Hadar, you invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Apologies, never mind that. I'm a fucking idiot. But to be fair, the way I want to run this is not coming directly from you. This is the way I'm wanting to run this is more of a ranged thing. So his is not around him. It's supposed to be, it's modified, if that makes sense.
I use that too.
Yeah. On a failed save, a target will take 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. I'm simply just mentioning this so you know what the extra little thing is. So you won't be able to take any reactions until the next turn after. But yeah, I'm going to go roll the damage here. It's not 2d6 specifically, that's just the base damage, but it's a little bit higher level, so that's going to be up a little bit more. Luckily for you, he rolled 2 natural 1s in it, and a natural 2. So he only does a total of 9, like, necrotic damage to you, as you just kind of get, like, grappled by these in a weird way. As that is kind of all of his turn. He uses bonus action to shift, and he uses action to use Arms of Hadar, so it's your turn.
Wait. I'm gonna move.
Okay, so you see Ublex like begin to move into like the darkness essentially. A part of your body kind of oozing its way into it, and the rest of your like chunky body.
Hold on, I'm so smart right now.
Yeah. So yeah, Ublex just slimes their way into their darkness essentially.
Ah, good idea actually.
To be honest, I was surprised you didn't just put it directly on yourself, so he could just have disadvantage on hitting you no matter what.
You know, I'm so real with that. I'd be so real with you. I didn't think about that until now.
That's what I thought you were gonna do when you mentioned you were gonna cast it.
Oh no, I just realized that was such a good idea. I didn't think about it. Like, what the fuck?
Now you know until next time. Next time you do it, you can do that.
Yeah,
to help yourself out.
So chill. Alright, I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on him now.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna use my main action and my bonus action.
Alright. That's 4 shots.
Beams.
Shot.
That'll hit.
Everybody! Shot. That won't hit.
That won't hit, yeah.
Damn. Shot. This will hit. Okay, so that's 3 blasts.
The fucking cutoff.
Oh, man. Alright, let's see what those damages are. That's 6.
2,
okay. 9.
6, 9.
Alright. And 7. Alright, that last beam, as you'll knock him out. Is there any specific flavoring you want to this? As, he was beginning to get himself up into the air. It looked like he was probably trying to figure out how to get around the darkness while you were taking these shots at him. So essentially that first shot, you would see him just kind of that one that you missed. You would see him basically just kind of fly out of the way. And you just basically shot him out of the sky. Is there anything specific that you want from him?
Any specific flavoring?
Any specific flavor?
A specific flavor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make. Oh, this is so fucked up. I'm gonna make the blast target his wings so he falls to the fucking ground.
Hey, yo.
Alright, yeah. So you just basically just shoot these blasts at his wing. Just basically just keep shooting. Imagine probably the right wing, because that's normally a more common arm and wing for most creatures and people. So yeah, you just shoot it 3 times, and that third shot just sends him flying down as he would crash into the ground, and he would be unconscious.
So 1 shot on the left wing, 1 shot on the right wing,
Okay.
and then 1 shot in the fucking middle that shoots him fucking down to the ground.
Hell yeah. I like that. that'll be the end of the fight for you, as you will proceed onwards into the next, round.
I dissipate the darkness,
go.
then I wink at Shindo.
Hell yeah. He winks back.
He winks.
Oh boy.
When,
Kick him off.
whenever, like, gets back up to the bleachers where they were originally, Chrono would just kind of give you, like, one of those, excited kind of arm pats, just being like, let's go, buddy, that was great!
I'm gonna grab you and hug you and lift you in the air.
I'll hug you back.
Yes! I'm like 15 feet.
Hell
Am I still in the fucking infirmary or something?
By now,
no,
you'd be getting out of the infirmary. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry, by the way, man.
I was gonna say it would just be
I
for
was-
Chrono's fight, I
I was-
believe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you would have been out of that one. I'm
was
sorry,
gonna
I
say-
didn't think about it.
I'm gonna march right up to Mollis and be like, I don't want to hear anything else about calling me a coward. Do you hear me?
You won't for a
Maybe.
while.
Good.
I can't promise for after a while after that injury's gone.
Oh shit.
You
I
lose
forgot to do
fights.
something. That's
Get
okay,
over
it
it.
worked out at the end.
Miko's just looking
yes,
up at
yes,
Usagi and just licks his lips like, I could bite you right now.
What the fuck?
Miko has
He's already
wandered
injured!
Miko's over with Lavana right now.
Yeah,
Oh
that is
right,
true, yes.
Miko is.
Because
May-
Lavana
maybe-
is keeping an eye on him.
No, he was
Yeah.
just going to. Oh, never mind.
Mollis would just say to you honestly, be like, you lose fights. You gotta move on. That's his mindset.
Wouldn't it be better to not get involved in fights you know you can't win?
I hate to intervene. This is Pike talking. And he's like right there. He's like literally sitting side by side with Mollis.
Okay.
He would just kind of go and just, I hate to intervene your whole conversation, but when we're back on the ship after this, I do want to take a proper look at it. They only know so much about medicine. Also, we are pirates. We're going to get in fights that we can't handle, whether we like it or not. We just have to suck it up and deal with it.
I'm just
There
saying.
is no avoiding that.
You're also talking to like a Grieger and a half Grieger. They're willing to fight anything. That's the thing with Mollis. He's willing to take on any fight.
You see Benjamin just kind of like a little bit further down the seats, just kind of give you that like shrug, like, I'm not, I can't help you.
We are seeing
The fucking
fundamental.
circle! The fucking circle!
We are seeing fundamental. I think we are reaching fundamental disconnect in priorities.
You are. You have a very different priority set from Mollis.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just gonna sit here and not say anything.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can just sit beside Yori. By the way, next fight.
Oh,
Next
good.
fight is Lendry.
Yay.
I
That
am
tentacle is
Right.
just sitting there.
mildly
What do I
terrified.
Versus who?
Versus
Chrono's gonna-
Ichigo.
Chrono's,
Oh, boy.
before you leave the bleachers, Lindry, Chrono just kind of gives you like a big pat on the back,
Yeah,
and he'll
put
just
you a little bit
say,
further, 'cause that's
"Yeah,
where
you
you're supposed
got
to be."
this."
There we are. That's where the things have to be. I'm sorry for moving you forward. I know you don't want to be further, but that's where they have to be for the beginning.
Fair enough, I didn't know exactly.
Yeah. I figured. I tried to space everybody like 3 to 4 blocks away from the wall. Normally 4, but I think I fucked up on the last one. My apologies, but yeah. Because the map's not exactly completely center with the grid, so I'm doing what I can with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you know that your next opponent, Lendry, is Ichigo, who is this guy, or not an Ichigo, brother. Is the name Ichigo? Dude, listen, I've got so many.
It
fucking
is
things about-
Ichigo.
Yeah, Ichigo Shinzai is the full name, which you would realize is a Challen. As he's walking up. Now, he's a half Challen, so he's not full tiger, but he's got some of it on him. I'm gonna go ahead and send the picture here to you. As you're looking at what might be more of like a samurai, which is kind of understandable considering you're in a dynasty area, he might be one more of the natives. But he has this like light brown hair, kind of like the black ears with like, like kind of a little more common with the tiger bit. He does seem to have
He's
that more
actually
like
kind of
orange-ish.
adorable.
Yeah. He has these little black like lines that have like almost like as if that Challen kind of came into that human body bit, because like stripes kind of formed around his like chin area essentially. He's got some little fangs, little blue eyes, kind of like a bluish whitish kimono that he kind of wears, and these baggy black pants that he wears on the side, and this like swishing like Challen tail that he has. There's like brown.
He's
and
also
black.
got slits for eyes, implying
Yep.
more of a predator.
Oh yeah. And the last thing to
fun.
mention is he has that one like katana that he seems to be carrying on his side. So yeah, as that is your opponent. So, also yeah,
What's
no,
his
I
rogue
vibe with the
tentacle?
design. Let's roll initiative, shall we? Also, yeah, you see the tentacle begin to like make its way over to the doors, and you see it just kind of leave. You don't know what's happened to that tentacle. You don't know what that tentacle is
Where'd it
doing.
go?
It just left. Like, I want to mention,
just-
like, you leave concentration off that thing, and it just continues to stay there, weirdly enough.
I whispered that
Well,
code. Like, where the fuck did my tentacle go, bro?
All right,
Oh,
Landry.
That's not supposed to be sentient.
I did not roll well on initiative.
Oh, no, what'd you get?
13.
That will sadly lose against the monk.
Oh, he's a monk.
Yes, he's a monk.
I heard samurai, so yeah.
Yeah, oh no, he's a samurai monk.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean he has to be a fighter samurai. So he would start him off as you would hear him just kind of yell to Lendry and kind of just to the crowd in a way, just going, "Let's have a good fight, shall we?" And you would see him basically just kind of like, you see him bend his knees a bit and kind of like basically put all of his weight onto like his legs, like his left foot, his like left leg basically pushed forward more than the right leg. You can see this lightning begin to crack, and you see him begin to put both of his hands leaning against his sword. And then as soon as the blink of an eye, he is on your left side. As he cuts through the like the gravel of this arena, essentially. And as soon as you're starting to look around, he's already swinging. As you can probably guess, this is a monk of the lightning soul.
Ah.
So, I'm going to roll my to hits. I apologize. I apologize to everybody this entire time today. Okay. So the first with a 15 to hit, does that hit?
Me.
Yeah, it
Okay.
hits.
I know the other one won't hit though, because that was a dirty 9. So only one of these are gonna hit. As that is going to be 10 slashing and 2 lightning. As that is his turn, but it's just a very quick and sudden turn. As soon as it started, is as soon as he started moving. Also, because some people are like, wow, why didn't you, like, give her a better opponent to start off with? It's a sorceress. I fucking tried. I had this preset before Lindry was even, like, in this campaign. And originally it was going to be her versus a barbarian, and I genuinely asked Mollis if he was willing to swap characters, like, swap his opponent just so she had a better shot, because, I'm sorry, a barbarian with 65 health was not going to be an easy fight for a sorceress. I do try my best. I do try my best to balance things. I do genuinely try, but
Really?
I do, yeah. Yeah. You genuinely got super unfortunate. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Gosh, I have to be able to fill it.
That 20's happen.
They do happen. Chrono rolled 3 of them.
I mean, look at Usagi over there. Crippled.
Alright, Lindry, what's your turn?
Linder's gonna start off having him do a con save.
Alright, let's have him roll a con. I think that might be a failure, but we're gonna find out here. Let me see. That will definitely fail, because that's a dirty 8.
Okay, then he's going to take full damage on this.
Okay.
16 thunder damage as she uses Shatter.
Understood. Okay, understood. So yeah, the thunder damage essentially would just erupt from you, because it's basically center massing to a degree. And the shocking grasp will hit.
And that's 11 lightning.
Alright, so that will be half because he is using his lightning soul stuff. So that will be 6. That'll be 6 lightning. As you will get him bloodied at least. It's that thing of he does a lot, but he doesn't have a lot of health probably. He's probably more of a glass cannon type of enemy.
Monk.
That's fair. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
as you will get him bloodied almost immediately, as like essentially you just kind of like snap your fingers and causes like cracking sound of thunder, and then immediately like upon him like beginning to bring his ears down to try and lessen the damage, you just grab onto him, I'm guessing, and just shock him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just kind of grabs onto his shoulder and shocks.
Cool. Is there anything else you're able to do? Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, as that is everything I can do.
Understood. As he's going to begin his stuff. As he is going to begin his 2 slashes towards you. I know that one's going to miss because that was a dirty 11. And fuck, that is an at 20.
Oh, fuck!
Okay, this dice is getting jailed. There.
Is it the Katsu dice?
I've been mixing.
Probably should have been jailed several rolls ago.
I'm gonna be real. Well, I've been mixing dice. So the one that that critted on Usagi was the sanity dice. The one that just critted now was the Katsu dice. So we are going to. I want to mention though, the one that's been rolling max damage is the red ones. So
the fuck?
Tonight's just a bad rolling night. I'm so sorry. You know what? Fuck it. We're doing digital. Fuck
Fair
you.
the fucking off, man.
I'm rolling digital to see if that maybe makes a difference.
Alright, what kind of injury do I get?
Well, I'm gonna roll the D14.
Oh, here we go.
To see if you have a chance of getting the injury first. That's what I did for Usagi. You do have the chance, so go ahead and roll me that con save.
Con save.
Oh boy, here we go.
18.
Okay, so you will not get injured. That is luckily.
Yes!
Because of the way he's striking, and he's not using a heavier weapon like a greatsword, and it's just a katana, this will only lead to more like minor injuries, unless he was doing it a very specific way. So, because you were able to get a high enough con save, you just won't get an injury from this.
Yes!
That being said,
that is still going to be a lot of damage.
That is still 10 and then doubled, so you're still taking the 20 slashing.
Oof.
I do apologize. And
yeah,
the lightning will be doubled from this. Yeah, that's valid. There's the lightning that comes with this, and that obviously, just like with y'all's stuff, it does get doubled. That will be 8 lightning damage.
She's at 5 health.
We're gonna see how this goes. Because he still has more stuff he can do. That's his second slash. Okay, yeah, no, I know that fucking hits. Alright, you also going in. Digital only now. Digital only.
Digital only.
Digital only. All you dice. Fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck your mother.
Fuck digital only variety means fucking DVDs.
Okay. Okay. Unless you get really lucky. Well, okay, no, that's still not going to matter. Even with the minimum damage of 4 slashing, you'd still take at least 1 lightning damage with the slash. So you will just kind of go down.
Ooh.
As Ichigo will take you down. As, like, that next slash. Essentially, he, like, brought that first slash directly across your torso. And then right after that, just brought it overhead and directly into your shoulder. And as soon as that made contact with your shoulder, you just felt things go black. And you just pass out. As Lindry, sadly enough, will not win this round.
Yeah.
No.
Oof.
Yeah. I do want to mention, just so you guys know, that how, like, the levels of fairness I've put into this. These are the same levels as you guys. And unlike you guys, they don't have special mechanics. They don't have added stats that they've gained from the level up thing. So, if things happen, I apologize, but I do everything I can to balance this as much as possible. I do want to make that clear.
That's fair.
Because I want you guys to actually be able to genuinely just try and have fun, but still have a challenge. If I just didn't want to give you guys a challenge, I'd give you like a level 2 monk and say have fun. But obviously I want you guys to be able to do stuff. Sometimes rolls get unlucky. So.
Yep.
As that will be that fight. I do not know if you guys would care at all with the crew fights, if you guys want me to skip past that, or if you guys just want to get into the next bracket.
I just want to know how Yori does.
That's fair.
I want to see him. I've been actually looking forward to it, ironically.
All right.
As long as they don't take too long.
They won't. They'll probably be sped up a little bit more because also I, as a DM, have access to all the sheets and I don't have to think about the stuff like y'all have to with the combats. I can just kind of fucking wing it. Like, yeah. So next up is Yori versus Desi. So a crewmate versus a non-crewmate. So I'm gonna roll their initiative.
Come on, avenge me!
All right, Desi rolls a 7, and Yori rolls a 16. So she'll be starting it off. All right.
Good.
So Yori would start it off straight away as she begins to pull out her daggers. Excuse me, apologies. As you see this like glint in her eye temporarily, and I'm going to go ahead and put them up onto the things here. Apologies. Where's Desi? Desi. Where's your token? Desi.
Who's not here?
Who killed you? Desi. Who? Desi.
AMP!
Apparently, Roll20 and my computer both deleted her token. What the hell?
Fucking
What the fuck is going on today?
Wow.
Today's just a mess.
Well, he figures that out.
Yeah.
Lindry's actually gonna go sit next to Hideko
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go. Yeah, do that.
when
yeah.
she comes to.
That is valid. She would probably start coming to around this time. So it'll probably be by the end of this fight starting to happen is when she would start to come to. I made the token real fast. I'm putting it in. I don't know why Ramley was like, your token, Desi, you do not exist. Wait, no, fuck, wrong image. Nope, don't do that. Don't you fucking dare. I told you to do this one. Don't try and upload a random drawing. That's Swiss cheese!
What?
Oh, fuck, that caught me off guard! I canceled it! Why did it do it anyways?
Peace Arena!
Oh my god! Holy fuck, that actually got me! Alright. Oh my fucking god. Alright. Fuck, dude. Okay, Yori, I'm gonna be out. She can clear this. She has a movement of 55 base.
Dude,
So
look at that Swiss cheese.
you can see like there's that glint in her eye, and you can see her just like as she's like running up with like the blades, like the dagger's ready to go. You can just hear her saying, "I'm sorry," and then you just see her swing.
Oh, shit.
That sounds like Yori.
Yep. As funny enough, you want to know why there's that glint in her eye? Because she used True Strike, so she gets advantage. So,
Avenge me!
so her first strike with her first one, that was almost a crit. The first one will miss though. As that like the swing with her right hand with the daggers start coming down, and you see Desi just move out of the way. Desi dodges both of the attacks. Holy shit! Yori rolled bad, even with advantage.
Damn.
As you see, like, weirdly enough, Desi seems to be a little bit more nimble than what you might have expected. As you see her basically just kind of like, almost as like, this kind of where that dancer kind of comes into play, she's dodging it like as if she's dancing. She is essentially like sidestepping it like she's doing the fucking salsa. I kid you not. So the entire time, she's rolling performance. And you can see like during these fights, some of these fights, people have, like, the crowd will erupt a little bit more than other times. This is one of those moments where, like, even though nothing's really happening, like, the swings are missing, the crowd's erupting. Just because, in a way, it's kind of like a performance that they're watching. As she's just kind of, like, dancing, like, to, like, dodge these attacks, essentially. As it'll now be Desi's turn here. As she used her bonus action to do that, to get the advantage, and then just fucking missed, sadly enough. That is highly unfortunate. As you just see her just kind of go, well, maybe don't, and then just kind of boops her on the shoulder, and you can see like, you can see Yori just kind of like grit her teeth a little bit. If I'm gonna have Yori roll me a con save here. Con save, you have a +3, best of luck, buddy. That is a 9. You are going to fail that. As you see her begin to take this necrotic damage. As she will take 2 necrotic damage, and you see her, Desi, gain 2. As she kind of saps a bit of life out of Yori. It's not a lot, but it's like a, oh god, I feel like I don't have as much energy. Like, you can see that light little bit of drop of energy from her normal, like, speed that she was swinging at just a second ago. And, you then see her just kind of like, boom. A, like, flash of sound, like a flash of light, and a, like, crackling sound. As she would go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As you'd see her teleport, as she uses a certain thing known as Thunder Step. And Yori's going to roll another con save. And let me see if that actually beats it. That is a 16. She fails by 1. And she will take full thunder damage.
Oh.
Okay.
As she takes 15 thunder damage as this just cracking sound can be heard 500 feet away.
Oh my god.
Ah.
That's how Thunderstep works. As you can see a little bit of blood begin to form from, like, Yori's mouth. As next up is Yori.
Oh boy.
Yori.
Come on!
As Yori, just, like, turning around, you can see her, like, she's not stunned, obviously, but it's that moment, like, she's almost kind of dazed. She's like, what the fuck is happening? As she would begin to, once again, dart towards Desi, and just kind of sling her tail in front of Desi, as Desi will now be rolling a con save, funny enough. And similar to her, doesn't really have a good con, as she rolled a dirty 5. As she will get hit with a Phoenix special little sauce known as Poison Tail. As basically they can excrete, the fun thing about the Fennec Fox kitsunes is they can excrete this, like, poison gas from their tail, which is something that is similar to how actual Fennec Foxes can put out an odor, a very strong toxic-like odor. It can't hurt you, but it smells really bad. So in D&D, to translate it, we made it to where it basically does poison damage. Yeah! I need to double check, is there any effects that comes with this? The poison continues to affect the enemy each turn until they either succeed the con save, or until 3 turns have passed. So she's going to have to be running constant con saves, and she's going to take 2d8 plus 3 poison damage. As you see Jessie take this 7 poison damage, as you can see a bit of that, like, extra kind of, like, energy that she drained from Yorick start to fade from her a bit. You can see these, like, fun little fact about poison when it comes to gas. You can see these little, like, bags begin to form lightly around her eyes. Like, it kind of affects her a bit. As that's her bonus action, and then with her main action, she once again swings with her daggers. As I'm going to roll her to hits. That is... Buddy, please roll well. That's a dirty 10 that misses. There we go, a dirty 21. And she'll get one of her dagger strikes onto her. As she does max damage, she does 8 slashing damage to Desi.
Lovely.
And that brings her down to 25 HP. As Yori, once again, that is the end of her turn. This is now Desi's turn. As Desi will basically raise her hand up, and you just see her just go, I personally don't prefer to be stabbed. Please go. And, and you would see her, like, bring out these like basically flick her hand as these cards form in her hand. These, like, basically cards completely created, conjured, some would even say, into her hands as she flicks them. And it'll be a dex save for Yori. She is pretty good at those. That is a dirty 24, so she only take half damage. As she gets, like, she basically jumps back.
Oh shit.
And basically just trying to duck underneath these, like, cards. As some of them just kind of, like, graze her chin. As that is a fun little thing. By the way, that's actually a cone attack, by the way. So she could hit multiple people with that spell. As she'll take 3d10 force damage, but it'll be halved because she managed to dodge it. And she won't be blinded. Yippee! As she's only going to be taking half of 13, so she'll be taking 7 force damage. As with the other thing, you would see, once again, Desi using her bonus action. Keep that same hand raised up, but remove it from that, like, kind of flicked out, like, palm facing towards the air. Now, like, basically face her palm directly towards Yori, and create 2 Eldritch Blasts. And, right, I went about one for physical dice. Apologies. I about went for old habits. That is going to, I think that's going to hit. Yeah, she has an AC of 15. So the first Eldritch Blast will hit. And the second will hit. That is a natural 19. As Yuri will be taking 2 rolls of Eldritch Blast. So that is 6 and 2. As she takes a total of 8 extra force damage, as she basically just gets shot point blank range. As you can see, she's gone to a crippled state. As you can see, like, her body's almost shaking. Like it's trying to force itself to still continue to stand. as this as like you can see this like blood kind of like cough out of her mouth. As it is now his turn. As you see Yuri basically teleport behind trying to create a flank, but because there's no second person to back her up, she can't technically get her sneak attack from that said flank.
Come on.
You need a second person. So, that being said, all she can do is just hope and pray at this point. And how is she going to do that? She's actually going to use a spell. As you would see her just whisper something in Desi's ear. And she's going to be rolling a wisdom save. Wisdom save.
You whispered
Ooh, that's gonna fail! As you see her use dissonant whispers. No. Not Skibbity. Anything but Skibbity. As she takes 17 psychic damage. From this. And must immediately use its reaction to move as far away as possible.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she has to move away as far as possible in the process. So she'll take the 17. As you can see, Desi, like, you see her eye twitch and, like, her mouth just kind of grit her teeth. As you can tell, she might have immediately went past bloodied and into crippled. As she basically is forced to take these steps away. As that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, damn.
And that would proc opportunity of attack. Yes, it would.
Yeah!
Yes!
As she is going to try and take some swings directly on Desi. Alright, let's see here. That will hit. Oh!
What happened?
Nat 1.
No!
Okay, what's the repercussion?
Oh no!
Fuck! Okay.
Man!
What the fuck? Okay. So you see.
Very critical night.
I thought she was gonna make it. I thought she was
Wait.
I can't even live vicariously through someone else.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. This is gonna be a privated roll. This is gonna be one that I've been showing it in the game chat. This one is not going in the game chat. Wait, this is crazy. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna roll this. Wait, that's crazy. Okay, so this is a change of events. You see as like Desi is basically forced to move away. And then you see Yuri begin to take her swings at her back. One of them connects, but as she's starting to bring the second one in, you see with the nat 1, I roll the type, she's going to be taking damage back in the process. As Desi, upon getting struck from that one, you can see like she's starting to lose her ground as she's like almost about to pass out. And you see her bring up her hand and cast Eldritch Blast. As she hits Yuri, and they both get knocked out.
Oh shit!
What?
As Desi and Yuri both go down.
I'm like shaking Oobleck.
Neither do.
Bro, are you seeing this shit?
Yep.
If my jaw would be on the ground
What
right
in
now.
the hell?
Holy
What
shit.
the hell?
Oh.
Then who wins?
So what happens with this is that when both people get knocked down in the bracket, basically the people that would have been dealing with the winner of that bracket just don't have to fight that fucking bracket. Both of them are just out.
Oh damn.
Ichigo just skips ahead, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. As next up, we have two other groups. So I'm going to ask. I'm going to take a majority vote. We have Gildart versus Varara, and then Karori versus Pike. Do we want to speed through this, or do what we just did? I can just give you the end results, or we can actually properly.
The end results.
I don't want to speed through it.
Speed through it. Speed through it.
Good.
Speed through it.
I only cared about Yuri, really.
All right. Wow, selfish bastard. Nah,
Yeah.
I get. Yuri's like your right hand, to a weird way.
Apprentice, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Lindry at this point is just chatting with Hiriko, so.
I will do a thing. Chrono will get up and he'll just kind of like, I can't select my token. There we go. Just kind of like awkwardly shuffle around the bleachers, and he'll just kind of go like, "Hi, Lindry," and then to the elemental. Nice fight, by the way. As he's moving past them, and he'll get to Yuri and he'll just kind of pat her on the back, smiling at her, just saying like, "Hey, you did fucking great. I hope you're not feeling too hard on yourself after that."
I'm feeling fine, but ow, she hurts.
That's a fair reaction.
I'll just kind of laugh a little bit, and I'll just say, well, I just wanted to tell you that.
I appreciate it, Captain.
And I'll just kind of walk back.
All right. I want to mention this next fight goes through like a flash. There's arrows being shot, and it's literally a thing of like Varara the entire time is backpedaling this entire next fight, and she's just trying to keep range, and Gildor just keeps closing the distance and swinging. I want to mention he's no longer I know I need to change the token. He's no longer sticking that like dwarven form. He's just sticking to the changeling form. So you're gonna see a changeling properly in action. Eventually, the fight would end with Gildar having a bunch of arrows stuttered throughout his entire body, and Varara being down.
That checks.
Ooh.
That makes sense for a barbarian.
Yep.
Let's go, Gildar! Let's go!
Yep. And with the last one, Karori versus Pike. I'm gonna roll how this one went. Holy shit! That's not what I expected. So you would have seen, like, opening up at the very beginning of the round, you would have seen Karori coming in strong. And she's, like, her normal go-to, adding Furious Fist. She's, like, a close combat wizard. Not very common. You'd see her, like, taking, like, these, like, right hooks on like, Pike. And you'd see him get hit by, like, one or two. And after that, he basically is just dodging and ducking and putting his spear up in the way of literally any other attack she's tried to bring this entire fight. As this, like... what was at the beginning like, holy shit, this might be a one-sided fight with Karori winning, very quickly turns into a Pike has learned to very quickly counter almost everything she ends up throwing at him. As slowly but surely, it's like a fight that goes on for like a minute and a half, as he's just slowly whittling her down, just taking stabs through the entire time. As he eventually whittle her down, and then just at the ending, just conquer with the back end of his spear, knocking her out.
Damn.
As Pike, your healer, enters the next round.
Holy shit, Pike.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Love the idea of the healer going, nah, I win these.
Yep. All right.
Hey, Ooblex. I have a random question. Would it be weird to just kind of start shouting out the names of your attacks sometimes?
I never thought about it.
No, hear me out. I was trying to think, okay, what would be a cool sounding name for that thing I do when I eat the gear? Alright, hear me out. Super Drive. What do you think?
Super Drive!
Yeah, I would scream
God's
like
fucking shin deaf. He's fucking deaf.
Yeah, shit just kind of seemed like, well, my god.
exactly. I would say it like that.
Super Drive!
Would it be cool? Do you think it would work in a battle?
I mean, it's not nonchalant, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
It's not what?
Oh dear.
Oh.
You would see, shuffling through the crowd, is Dyke, who would make his way over to Usagi and just kind of go, apologies for the injury.
Oh, it's fine. Probably should have expected that.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I may have talked with my god.
What?
May have worked something out. Just expect your body to be fixed by the night.
That's very convenient. Thank you.
You're welcome. Funny enough, I've been paying attention to your group and the people you stick around. I think one of your, friends actually follows him. So. And, Shindeo.
Wait.
Koskin, the god of death.
That tracks.
That's suddenly makes sense why he hits so damn hard.
Yep. He would just kind of
That
go.
explains a few things.
Yes. Again, I may have overcalculated the amount of momentum and the way the greatsword would hit you. I genuinely didn't mean for that to happen. However, luckily, my god, Koskin, with him being a little bit more on the lawful side, if he feels that there's a reason to try and fix a problem that was created by a follower and they themselves can't do anything about it, sometimes he'll step in and luckily enough, I was able to persuade him. So,
Oh, that's convenient. Thank you.
apologies.
Lindry
And
just
you're
kind of
welcome.
leans forward and just, in all honesty, it's quite easy to snap something on him. He's quite fragile.
Oh
He
my
just
god.
looks at you like.
Yeah.
He just looks at you like. Not entirely.
I'm surprised his dick hasn't been out yet.
That's the muscle he trains, man. Come on.
Well, fuck you!
I'm joking. I'm joking. you would see.
The problem is
though.
that might actually be accurate. Problem
Yeah.
is that might be actually
It
accurate.
could
kinda
happen, that's the
is.
thing.
Um,
Could happen. It could
It's a
happen.
possibility.
I swear
That
to
is
God,
a
if
high
that,
possibility.
I swear to God, if that actually happens, I'm going to lose my shit.
Fucking rolls with that one.
That would be wild. That would be wild. I might put that onto the injury list possibilities.
Oh God!
Yes, you should.
Just for
You
the
should.
funny.
Just for Usagi. Just for
Just for Usagi. Okay, getting back on topic. Dyke, you seem just kind of look. You seem to look through Lindry and just go. If it makes any more sense, which I'm sure you can imagine, any full Haringen runs into that problem. I'm not full Haringen, but yeah, normally Haringen typically have more brittle bones, which is why I wasn't thinking about it at the time.
Well, at least it'll be fixed. Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you wanted to talk about. I know the rest of the bracket. They normally do the rest of the bracket on tomorrow, the day after, so they don't, fill too many people with too much combat all at once. You know how that is. Viewer retention.
Yes.
You said you wanted to talk, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yes. You said your father knew mine.
Right. Yes. My father knew your father in a weird way. It's kind of, I've heard tales about some of the things he's mentioned about your father to a light degree. Your father was a criminal, from my understanding, and ran a,
Yes.
well, a Ronin criminal guild in the Crux dynasty.
Yep.
Your father may have stolen from my father at one point,
Oh.
and it led to the two of them fighting. Weirdly enough, it ended up with them being friends. From my understanding, my father told me that they knocked each other out in the fight,
Huh.
and kind of just laughed over it. My father got his items back still, but it was kind of a laughter of, oh shit, someone could actually beat me type of thing. Because, I'll be honest, from my understanding, both your father and my father kind of had a rather, superior complex. I'll be straight up.
Yes, that sounds like him.
Yeah. I don't think either of them imagined they could be beat. And they both proved each other wrong. But,
Neat.
yes, I wouldn't say that we have heavy connections or anything, but it's more of, my father definitely did trade with your father later on from time to time. He didn't sell anything crazy, it's more of your father, because he was running a guild, would sometimes ask for katanas or specific items that was rather harder to get without being suspected for certain things. Things like smoke bombs
Indeed.
and explosives and
Oh,
lockpicks,
yes.
that sort of thing.
Yes, indeed. It's quite difficult to get a hold of those.
Indeed. I know when he was trying to train you, from my understanding, I was sailing with my father throughout the majority of my childhood. I never actually got to go into your headquarters, so I never actually got to see you or really anyone else from your clan. But I do remember your father, or my father, saying that you apparently would break a lot of the lockpicks when you were still training earlier in your days.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, it was quite embarrassing. Stupid tiny little needles.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I had to learn how to actually wield a greatsword, and that took me way too long. Longer than what I would like to admit.
He just looks at your muscles. Okay. Clearly, it took time to build those up.
Yes, well, luckily, unlike Haringen, which is a little bit harder to build muscle naturally, my mother was a lupin. So, the genetics
that'll do it.
benefited me.
Oh, that explains a lot.
That'll do it.
Yes.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
Half Harrigan, half Lupin, just
Alright.
fucking
Yeah.
huge.
You just go, well, I'll be around again tomorrow. If you wish to talk anything, I'd be happy to.
No, noted, thank you.
Welcome, of course. And again, apologies for your broken back. Just deal with it for the night. Koskin will have something dealt with it by then.
That's good. That's good. That's
Oh,
good. Thank you.
by the way, right. He pulls out like a pill. He just hands it to you. Just go, take this before you go to bed.
Alright.
He said to take it, otherwise you'll be in excruciating pain throughout the night, and you're not getting sleep otherwise.
Oh,
Noted, thank you.
Oh,
Noted.
yeah.
He might be forcibly, well, the way he said it, he is going to forcibly put it back in place and mend it together.
Noted.
It's the
Noted.
god of death.
He's not a healer.
Listen as well.
Wait, so
That's a lot.
expect screams of pain.
It's
Yeah,
a
hopefully,
painkiller.
well, hopefully
the
this won't
pills
have that
there.
problem.
Yeah.
Oh, good. How convenient.
The pill
Yeah.
just knocks you unconscious.
That's
It just fucking like it doesn't numb the pain at all. It just makes it so you can't wake up.
Well, convenient.
Yeah. So essentially what it'll do is that, when we actually get to the long rest for that night, I'll have you roll me a con save. And you just roll with advantage because you remember to give you the pill.
Okay, good.
Because it's really just it's not anything bad that'll happen if you fail the con save. It's more just like, it's just
Won't
really
sleep.
determines whether or not you end up screaming in agony and don't get sleep. You end up with like a level of fatigue for like that one day. But you're not fighting, so it's not gonna matter too much anyways. But you know,
Hell
so-
yeah.
I'm very tempted to just gag myself before one night if that happens.
you know, that's valid, dude. That would be valid.
So I don't end up waking up
Wake up the
everybody
next
else.
day and Usagi
Yeah.
has suffocated himself.
I have the nose!
I have a nose.
He does have a nose. That is true. Are you? You know what? Roll me something. Actually, fun fact. Unless you already have this predetermined, are you a mouth breather when you sleep or a nose breather?
What? What do I roll
There's a
for
difference,
that?
yeah.
Just roll me
There
like
is a
D20.
difference.
You can just roll me like a D20, like a 1 to 10. You're a mouth breather.
I'm a 9.
Okay, you're a
breather, I
mouth
guess.
breather, man, at sleep.
Oh fuck, so
So
that's
you're-
not gonna work.
No, it's
So
like
yeah,
you can
wake
gag.
up the next morning, Usagi has suffocated himself.
I swear to God. Oh, I guess I'm not doing that. Sorry. You don't have to put up with me.
No. You got a different way. Here's how you can do it. Instead of using like a cloth, you just put like a pillow over it. It's just a fun little funny detail you can have now that you can kind of keep in the back of your mind.
You just sleep face down in a pillow
Okay.
Yeah.
and scream loudly.
Scream into the pillow. It works great for stress and frustration.
Oh,
too.
that's convenient.
Yeah. All right. So.
I mean, to
moving
be
on.
fair, you did fight a paladin, so this kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You would try at least.
Yeah. He's a lawful good. He does genuinely try.
Speaking of fighting paladins,
Yeah.
Oh no.
have fun, Acrid.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna. Oh yeah, you're in for a fucking time with this guy.
Oh,
He
yeah,
didn't
no,
get to show
I
off his
know.
actual stuff. He didn't
Friends,
get
I
to
know
show
it's
his
not
actual
hard to
stuff.
KO me in
All
one
right,
hit.
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
all right, I know what I'm doing for training now.
Alright.
Weightlifting, motherfucker. I
Oh,
need to.
You gonna try and boost your strength stats? Or your con?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Strength or con?
Whichever
So-
one will result in me not getting fucking bodied as much.
I think con affects your health, so you probably want to work on your con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is a
that one.
legitimate question.
Mm-hmm. What you
Yes.
got?
Yori and Desi both knocked each other out.
Yes.
Yeah, so they both just lost.
Yep. Ichigo just
Yep.
goes onwards. He just doesn't have to fight
Oh.
the next match.
Oh, so he skips a bracket basically?
Yeah, he basically just skips a bracket.
Ah, whack.
Yep.
Yeah.
That means me or Ublex will have to fight him then later.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Well,
man.
have fun.
So, let me go down to this. I'm going to write this down. So, the new bracket that we have is Mollis
versus Dyke.
versus Dyke. And then we have...
Chrono
it's
versus Ublex.
Chrono versus
I was gonna
Ublex.
make it worth it.
I
I really hope.
Ichigo is on his own.
Hi, Chrono.
Ichigo. And then there's... Pike
Gilbert
versus Gildart!
Pike.
Oh, that's so unfair.
The
Oh my
healer
God.
versus the
Pike,
Like
barbarian!
my poor sweet summer child.
that's an actual slaughter.
Oh.
That- Gildart.
I want to
If
be,
you hurt
I
him
want to
too
be
much,
honest.
he won't heal you. He won't heal you. Don't hurt him too much, he won't fucking heal you.
I will mention
Oh,
I don't
something.
think that's gonna be the case.
Okay, so what this bracket is meaning to say, Guildhard versus Ichigo, I think is what it's trying to say.
Actually, so do keep in mind, both Kurori and Gildart and Pike are both built to actually deal with someone like Gildart in a weird way, because he's only a barbarian of the drunkard. He's not a bear totem. So he only gets resistances when he's raging to the physical things. So they can bypass that with their magic. The thing is, the one that was better built, that had way more offensive things, was Kurori. She was all of her spells are offensive. She is a battle-based wizard. Pike is mainly
utility.
healing. Yes. But he does have a few.
Okay, I think alright.
Like
Well, I
needs
know
to
what,
rework
I
his
know what I'm
spell
doing.
slate. That's what I'm hearing.
I know what I'm doing the next. I know what I'm doing the next day.
Oh man.
I'm placing a fucking bet.
Yeah, you can
I'm
do
no
it.
longer in the tournament, so I can do that.
Yep.
And I'm betting on Dyke. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
What? No, you fucking destroyed me in an instant. I'm sure he'd be able to beat you. Hopefully.
So I'll be
Please don't take it personally.
All right. So unless you guys have anything else that you wish to do for this day, we will skip to the night.
Not really, honestly. Usagi's just gonna...
Last night, yay! Yippee! I get a long rest. Yippee!
There's no...
Lindri is just talking to Hiriko. It's that thing of Lindri just kind of pulls Hiriko with her, and they just spend the night talking on the boat.
That's
There's
fair.
no...
That's fair.
There's no... Right, and there's no... Right, and there's no nightclubs. Anyway.
Not really. Here.
Oh, well.
Or is there?
Oh, well.
But there's a nightclub.
Anyway.
It just doesn't have any fuzzy people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mouse does have something.
No
You have
interest.
something?
What?
Yep, he's gonna be meditating. I think I talked to you before about it.
This is true. Do you want me to pull you to that private VC real quick?
Yes.
You said you want this one to be private. Understood. All right. Hello, buddy.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
All right. We are going to just kind of change the music here as you start to meditate to Yanessa.
Yup.
And you pretty easily, get pulled in.
Hell yeah.
How do you enter? She has a little blood door, fun fact.
Oh, does she now?
She just installed one, actually, fun fact.
Oh,
it wasn't there
that's
last time. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's
Alright,
kind of crazy.
Moss,
How do you go to
That's
the blood
cool.
door?
Yeah, alright. So that's for doing it that way. That's for doing it that way. That's for doing it that way. Alright, cool. So Mollis just kind of like knocks the doors open as he walks in. Like it's more he like runs into them and then they open.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so you just like slam your shoulder into it. You've got strength for it, so it's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll on like, like people who have like dex.
Yeah. Fucking have a plus 11 to athletics. That door stands no fucking chance.
Yeah, you just slam this door open and you see Yanessa just kinda like what are you currently doing? Okay, cool. She is just like watching a show. She's actually just watching like, when I say show, I don't mean like a TV show, like, is there a TV show on the side? Cool, what show? Okay, cool. So she had, you know what? You don't even know what show this is, and neither do I. But it's just like, it looks like there's some type of like NCIS type of like cop show. You don't know what the fuck you're looking at as like Mollis. You as a player might be like, oh, why does she have that?
That's like a criminal
don't
detection.
Yeah. She has
I'm not gonna worry about it.
And then she's also watching someone just dancing on one of the poles.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mollis would walk in after slamming through the door. There's that look of like, I didn't expect that to work.
She usually just kind of like throw her head to the side and just go, oh, hi, Mollis.
Greetings, I'm back.
Welcome back. So, what's up?
So, I have news. I talked to Usagi.
Did he agree?
Well, he was trying to bribe me to throw a fight. Which, as you could probably guess from what I am, and especially now that I'm a half Oni, I like fighting, and I certainly don't like
Yes.
losing.
Yes.
So I said, well, I think a fair deal for me to be more willing to throw that fight would be to, if I could give your soul to my god, my new god.
Mhm.
And he kind of scoffed at me. And so I don't know if he believed me. He may have thought it was just a threat, but yeah. He said no. He didn't agree to that. And then I
Oh.
just watched him get almost carved in half by a giant bunny.
Well, that's
think-
just sad.
But I had I was willing to offer you his soul anyways, as I had a deal in mind.
Okay.
And this is something that could mutually benefit probably both of us. He says that small, like, little, like, woo, boy, I'm working with an Eldritch God here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give you his soul, and in exchange for me, I would get to talk to you before you change things about me. So we could meet that middle ground, so we're both happy, so I don't have to come in with here and try and convince you that there's a problem.
Oh, okay. Let me, cause I'm realizing. So I did a little bit of digging, and I realized there is someone that is keeping an eye on him. So I need to run it by a little friend of mine.
I do believe it's the lightning god, if I had to guess.
Yes, Keek is. I love her. She's great, really friendly, but I do need to run it by her first, because if I don't, and she wants the soul for herself, or she thinks that maybe I'm overstepping the boundary, then I get chewed out, and I don't want that. I also don't want to make my friend mad at me.
That's fair. I was going to mention, I'm pretty sure he would... If I had to guess with him, he's only doing that to protect himself from me. He's not really much for... I mean, he stole from her, so...
Yes. He has a very interesting background. I've heard about him from time to time. Keek has told me little stories.
I'm sure. Like, she'd probably be able to tell his charisma's a little bit better now, so...
Yeah. She was just gonna go, well, okay. So I'll talk with her about it. I don't mind, the whole, we find a middle ground, figure something out. But sometimes, if I may, I'd like to ask that even if you're not too sure, just give it like a test run. And if you don't like it, you can come back to me and tell me no. Like, I won't always ask you to do a test run if you don't like it, like, straight away. It's more if, because I'll be real, the other worlds that I'm in don't really have Griegers. So this is the first time I get to mess around with an anatomy of a Grieger.
Yes. Well, we're very big on our psychic abilities.
Yes, I've noticed that. I've been keeping an eye. I thought about snatching one, and then I started seeing them get killed, which I was a little sad about. So I've started sending some people to the Navy to hopefully make them extinct.
The Navy extinct?
Yes.
Oh, then we'll get along. Lovely.
I want to mention when she says that, there's this almost like, she normally has this very like friendly smile.
Yeah.
It is an almost like
sadistic,
demonic smile.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she would see a lot more of that Oni bit of smile come out.
Yeah.
From him, as he's like, oh, fucking really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very... He's like, well, I'm planning to help the revolution undo them, so... And we're going to do it through the crew I'm on, so...
Okay, well, I should let you know, because I find this interesting. So you see, I'm a little bit smarter than your pose. So, I'm gonna tell you where your pose is gonna send you, and then I'm gonna tell you where it's gonna lead you after.
Okay.
Just because you're already offering me the soul. Just as a freebie,
Oh, appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Anything for one of my favorites. You're not a favorite yet, don't think like that. But, you know, I'm just trying to be nice.
I wouldn't expect to be favorited by anyone.
Oh, well, maybe if you keep it up, maybe you will. So.
I want to mention there's that look of doubt. Like, he doesn't say a word, but he's like, doubt. I do not believe it. Why would anyone favor me? My race is being put to extinction. Like, it is the most, like...
So there's this island called Brittle.
Okay.
Really lovely island. There's a bunch of things to do. There's like mines if you want to get some ores for yourself, maybe a few pretty gems. If you bring one to me, I'd be pretty happy with that.
I'll bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll bear that in mind. Yeah, I'm actually gonna write that the fuck down.
There's also a lot of gunslingers there, so be careful. It's a little what's the word? Pioneery. A lot of people wearing, I think, what they've been calling cowboy hats. That sort of thing.
What's the next item called? What did you say it was?
It's called Brittle.
Okay.
And after that, so here's the thing. This next one isn't really an island, but it'll send you here because it has its own gravitational pull. That's kind of how the pose works. Because it's just big enough. It's an artificially made thing, but it's just big enough. There's this giant floating casino. I did some digging. I think there's a warlord there, so just be ready for that. You might be able to befriend them. I think it's a Lupin.
Lupin warlord.
Yes.
Can Mollis roll a history?
Yeah.
Or would he not have heard that?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, probably not. I'm not that smart. That's a dirty 9.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, so you don't really quite place anything.
Yeah, no, that checks. She sees him sit there and he's like, I have no idea who that is.
Okay. Well, you'll know when you see him. A lot of gold. He loves his gold.
Okay.
Just be careful how you choose to be around the casino.
Feeling would be a bad idea.
It's the pirate lord.
Okay, so I'm going to probably have to threaten Usagi within an inch of his life.
Yes. Unless you want to kill him, unless something sticks out to you that makes you want to kill this man. Let's see. Though he is a warlord. So, here's another thing. From my understanding, they're literally paid to kill other pirates as a pirate. So, you want to try to hide yourself.
Alright, that's going to be one of those experiences. Alright,
Alright. Well, it's good seeing you. However, as much as I'd love to keep you around and keep talking, I think you'll want to be back in the mortal plane for something that I'm seeing that's happening. Alright, bye! And you just see her just boop your head, and you go back into your body.
Alright.
Hey.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
What you talking about?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So, Mollis.
I can't even answer that. I have no idea. I was listening to something else.
Fair enough.
I have a question.
Yes.
A player. There was a player that DM'd me about a thing in the DMs. Do you want that thing done in a private call? Because this is very backstory specific. Or do you want this done in general? Just DM me. Do not say it out loud because I obviously don't want you to give yourself away. Just, it'd be good to know.
Ooh, spicy.
Yes, very. Because this kind of determines on how I choose to go from here before we continue this going. I know everybody else wants to get their long rest, so obviously after this bit we'll probably get into like the whole long rest thing. So you guys can heal yourself.
Actually, I thought of a thing to do. But
okay, so we'll just get to that. Okay, so we will keep this in general then. And then once we get done with that, we'll hop over to Usagi's little thing he wants to do.
Okay.
Because this also pertains towards something that I know at least it is guaranteed that Mollis would hear. So I'm gonna say this is around like 11 p.m.
Okay.
Who here would be on a boat, and who here would be asleep?
I would be. I mean, I would be awake because I have.
I'm gonna be
probably
cooking.
out-
That's fair.
I would probably be out attempting to. I would probably be out attempting to frickin' attempting to contact the deity, so I would be around the area. Yes.
Okay.
I would honestly make the argument Chrono would probably be doing some like last minute kind of shadowboxing training.
Okay.
As he knows there's a chance he's gonna fight Ublix and possibly Mollis. He would just kind of do a little bit extra training before going to bed.
Gotcha. So is he doing it on top of the ship or just off the ship?
I'd say on top.
Okay, gotcha. So this leads to the question, Lindry, where would you have yourself stationed on the ship?
Probably either in her room or off to the side.
All right. Yeah, so I'd say, Chrono's probably doing it up top. I know you had wanted to have this a little bit more of a private conversation, but it's still being said out loud so people can possibly listen in on it. So we'll just say probably in your room? Or like maybe just in the hallway. Do you want to do it in the hallway, like the hallway of the ship? Is that fair?
I mean, it could be in her room. She's got the door open, though, just in case.
Okay, cool, yeah. So I'm just going to honestly just let you take the reins here, but I'll let you know, Mollis, you were currently meditating in your room. Your room is near Lindry, so you would be able to hear this at the very least. If anybody else wants to be able to listen into this and actually be able to canonize that their character actually heard this, you can roll me a perception check.
Okay,
Probably
let me
now.
roll that. Okay. Okay, D&D. Okay, I'm not using D&D Beyond because D&D Beyond fucking gave me that nat 1.
Yeah.
I refuse.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I would just probably use my passive perception, if anything.
What is it?
13.
Okay, so you're not going to hear it because you're on top deck if it's just a 13.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh,
I don't think Chrono would have a reason to like
let me
listen for
roll
anything. So.
real
That's fair,
fast.
that's fair.
Dylan gets moved into a different chat just so he can't hear.
Alright, 1 minute.
No, it's fine. They said they wanted in general, so we'll just keep it in general.
That's 15, baby.
A 15?
Also, note the new profile thing.
Alright. So let me ask this. Lindry, what's your like passive stealth? And we'll just base it off that on like whether or not Usagi will be able to hear.
Oh, boy.
That is a passive of 13. That is not
Okay,
her strong
so-
suit.
It's one of those things where like that Harrigan ear is kind of coming into effect, where like
Yeah.
you might not
yeah.
be like near the
Oh,
door,
yeah, once-
but like you're definitely hearing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right. So you can just kick it up however you want, Lindry.
Lindry
boy.
would just kind of be talking to Hideko, just catching up. Asking how she's doing, haven't seen you in a while. Let me guess, you entered because you were looking for money.
Yeah, I may have wanted more money for gambling again. Maybe.
Again?
Yeah, maybe again. Yeah,
Hideko.
I wanted. Listen, the more I gamble, the more money I make.
And the
Simple
more
math.
you lose.
But the more I gain. I may have lost over 10,000 rupees, but I gained 15,000 that one time.
Yeah, that one time, and then you blew it all.
Well, that's because he was cheating.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look at his eyes. You saw his eyes. He was stupid looking.
Hideko.
Yeah. You seem off.
I have been.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
What happened?
Do you remember how Father got that weird note?
Yeah. Yeah. I was gambling in the town when it happened. Yes.
We were never able to figure out who sent it.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
They followed through on their threat.
Oh,
Father and I were out
wait.
doing our usual merchant runs, and they came out of the river,
So,
and they had somebody stashed somewhere else.
they immediately restrained Father, and they wanted something from me. I don't know what. I think they just wanted me for the water magic.
That would be crucial in the desert.
So,
Father just kept telling me to run, saying that it wasn't worth it. Just kept screaming at me, Kirla, run! Run! And then an arrow went through his chest.
Of course.
So I ran. And I don't remember how I got back to the estate or the farms. I just remember it was dark. And the farms were burned. And the house was destroyed. And I thought I'd lost Miko, but somehow he survived. And I've been running ever since. I never saw Mother again. I never saw any of the hired help. And the last thing I heard my father say was telling me to run.
Do you at least know who did it?
No. I have no idea.
I need to go. I'll keep in touch.
Promise?
Promise. I have someone to hunt down. She'll get up and she will leave.
As Lindri would just start crying once again. As Mollis and anyone listening would hear the same thing they have several nights previous.
That would be me.
Yeah, so you guys can hear. If you wish to do anything, you can. If not, let me know.
There's nothing I could possibly say.
That is fair.
I mean, I'm a fucking miscreant. There's nothing I could possibly say that would make her feel better, if anything.
I can
I
say
mean, I
this.
suppose my
Oh,
I suppose my dad is dead, but that...
yeah, you can relate. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, a little bit, but
Yeah. You guys, well, okay. I can't say shit.
I do
yeah.
have a question.
Hmm?
Would Chrono catch the key elemental leaving the ship?
He would see like it's that weird thing of like, it's kind of a mix. So Ublex would see her leaving through the kitchen because the kitchen connects to the staircase, and then passing past Ublex would then be, you'd then be able to see her very lightly leaving, just from like the corner of your eye type of thing.
Gotcha. I will call out to her and I'll just say, "Oi, how's it going?"
She would kind of just give a stare for a second, and just kind of go, "As fine as it can be. As some would say, as fine as rain. And that's what it will be when I'm done."
What?
Everything's as fine as rain.
Cool. No hard feelings after that fight earlier? It was pretty fun.
Of course not. You're a good fighter. I can't get mad about that.
Can easily say the same to you. One wrong error and I definitely would have lost back there.
I appreciate it. I have to be good. Otherwise, how am I going to gamble?
Yeah. What? Wait. What? There's
Ah.
fighting a gambling?
Well, you get money. And I can use the money for gambling. But it looks like my gambling addiction's going to have to take a light curb. Anyways, ciao. And you see her lean off the edge, basically facing towards you, and fall backwards off the ship.
what?
As you see a portal open up underneath, and she goes into it.
I will kind of run to the edge of the ship to just kind of be. Is that like initial wait what? And then just catch the portal and just go, oh, okay.
Yep. I will mention one thing for you, Lindry. You would see a certain cat just kind of like around the corner. You see Mr. Whiskers
Oh my god.
and the Pompey and Ember. The three animals just kind of around. It's one of those things where it's like, it's literally one of those things where like Mr. Whiskers is like on all two, you know, just on the front top, just kind of like that like leaning like 6 foot long cat torso just standing upright, just kind of like peeking his head around the corner, and then just on top of him is the Pompey on the top of his head, and then on top of the Pompey's head is the like, you know, Firebird essentially. You can just hear him just go, "I'm sorry, I heard it. Here." And you can see him just kind of like just kind of like around the corner. And he's got this like stitched together like stuffed animal rabbit.
Oh.
He would just go, "Karori made it to me for me like a while back, but I think you need it more."
Lindry would just look at him and just, thank you, but if he's yours, then he's yours.
Oh, it's
Besides,
fine.
I've still got Miko.
She's making me a collection, don't worry.
Thank you.
Of course. And you see
There
the
was-
Pompey just kind of like reach out a hand. And you see it just hand you a bell pepper.
He's trying. He's trying his best. He's trying his best. You like bell pepper make better? I don't fucking know. I'm not sentient.
You can also see that the bird is back. Remember, you sent it off to go do a thing. It's got the mechanical thing that you're wanting, the tinkering set that you needed specifically, the hexagon tinkering.
They have 2 sets now, if I remember what I said then.
Yep.
No, they have 3 sets. Because Lindry bought 2.
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah, we have spares.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, if I remember correctly, it heard about like, oh, well, we need one of these. And it was like, oh, okay. And it just flew away. So now you have a third.
Fuck yeah, wait, how did it get it?
Don't question it.
go?
Don't question.
I won't. That bird definitely stole from some artificer, and they are moderately annoyed.
Don't worry. Listen, its owner is a thief. It's picking up on the habits, okay?
Fuck.
But yeah, that is that.
So, Lindry would hear heavy footsteps coming towards her room of a certain fucking fishman that's not, like the loudest out of everyone in the crew.
It's Pike. No. Yeah.
As Mollis wouldn't really come into her room. He would just kind of stay on the other. He would just kind of round the corner. As you can definitely tell, he heard it. He heard everything. And he doesn't. It's pretty clear he doesn't have much to say. And she also would know he's not the type to know how to deal with people who are sad. It's a Grieger. He has no. This is a new thing. He's never seen people cry. Not a thing Griegers do. So it's a new thing for him. But he would just, I don't know what it's worth, but if we can figure anything out, I'll definitely help you deal with it. That's the best I can offer you as a Grieger, really. The emotion you're experiencing, I'll be honest, I don't know what it is. It's new. So.
Heartbreak.
I understand losing the people you care about. I'm sure you can guess why I'm here, but my hive is dead. I am not even supposed to be in this part of the ocean. I'm far from home and far from what was left of the people I know. As far as I'm aware, I think only one of my friends is alive, and even then, they might be dead.
I am the last of the Saris noble family.
I heard something about a merchant.
Yeah, we were merchants.
What kind of merchant?
We would grow food, make sure that the people of Osmus had tools and anything that they would need.
Sort of a generalized merchants.
Well,
We made a decent living. Treated our help with care and kindness.
well, then I can tell you this. You won't get any negativity from me for that, then. I've mixed bag when it comes to nobles. If you're not like the lizard folk who just hates pirates to hate pirates, or just causes problems and is a headache, I have a problem with him, but they're just helping people, then that's fine. So,
We saw a need and we tried to fill it.
well, for what it's worth, and, yeah. He just gives that look of, I can't help much, but Moss at least would tell her, like, you can at least know this, is if they catch us, which, I'm gonna be honest, we're gonna be jumping through a lot of islands, it's gonna be a headache for them to find us. I don't think they're going to be able to get you as easily this time.
That's why Kikas recommended this ship.
Yeah,
That's why I'm here.
well, in that case, if we find them, if it matters to you, I'll make sure you get the last hit.
I appreciate it.
He would give her a nod and he'd head off. As to him, it's the Grieger. Best he can promise is he'll help you get revenge. That's what they understand.
Yep. Real
Back.
quick, I'm going to do this. Hold up. Alright, hopefully that fixed the problem. It randomly removed everybody's PNGs. I think it's because I went from one VC to another instead rather than disconnecting and reconnecting to the next VC. I just dragged myself through. So I think that broke it. Yeah.
That's wild.
Brilliant.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna be real. What was that thing that you wanted to do, Usagi? You said you had something you wanted to do.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I need to try to contact Kika to see if this stupid idea actually worked.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me, I guess, technically just, but you don't follow her, so not a relation check, just roll me a nat d20.
Alright.
See if you can get in contact
It's
with
important to note that I still have an inspiration sitting around, surprisingly.
You do have that. You could use it. You just gotta make sure you use it before you roll.
I'll
I
use
think
it
that's how
now.
inspiration works, if I remember correctly.
I'll use it now because it's important.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Come on.
You got
Come on,
this.
green die. That's an 8.
Alright.
Let me roll a fucking bit in D20 instead. In roll 20 instead.
Okay.
For the other one.
See what you get.
That's an 11.
An 11.
Oh my god.
So, to be fair, you have more than enough time to continue to try and keep getting
Get
contact.
this to work.
For this one night, it feels like it doesn't work. You feel like, unlike other time where like you at least saw like she was actually busy and she did genuinely try to get to you, she just couldn't at the time. This is more of like, it feels like you, because of that injury, you're kind of struggling to like keep that concentration you need. So it's less of a like, she's not listening to you, and more of just like, that pain's kind of keep making it a little hard for you to kind of get that concentration you need.
Okay, well, I guess at this point, then I'll just go to bed and make that con roll.
Alright, yeah, roll me that con roll. Everybody can give yourselves a long rest, by the way.
Yay.
God
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
Nice.
Alright, so with that nat 20, buddy, you won't feel a thing. If there was any pain, you don't realize it through the night.
Oh,
So,
good.
you might have felt pain, but as far as you know, as long as you can remember, there was no screaming, there was no yelling. For everybody else, you never heard a scream. So,
Badass.
yeah. So yeah, you'll heal up. So it's like basically like throughout the night, what he did was he was, as quite literally mentioned, he was fixing forcefully by moving your bones back together and melding them. Which was gonna go for like 3 hours of the night of him just refixing it essentially.
Okay.
So you'll wake up and your body will be back and fine. So you'll be able to remove that injured feet off of you.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be a thing of like obviously later on if it's like an enemy that does that to you, I obviously won't be able to pull that type of grace.
That's
but
fine.
with a paladin that is lawful good.
Oh thank God. Okay.
Now that it's the next morning, Chrono will try to catch Lindry, and he'll just say, "Oi, morning, Lindry.
Morning.
I don't know if this is important to you, but your friend, I think. Well, I caught them last night. They left via random portal."
Sounds like Hiriko. She had to leave to take care of something.
Yeah. Is everything good?
Sort of.
Hmm?
I'll tell you after the tournament.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
If that's what you want, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Usagi, you don't look like you're in chronic pain anymore.
Thankfully, that pal knows as good as his word. The pill
That's
worked.
good. I felt really bad watching you get sliced like that. That looked like it hurt like hell.
Yes, poor.
Miko
poor.
just walks
That's
up
poor
behind Usagi.
I'm not edible. I turn to him. And, sorry, I'm not grievously injured anymore. You'll have to get your fix somewhere else.
Just sticks out his tongue.
You see Lavana just kind of leaning up against the wall and just goes, you know, in some countries, being edible would be considered a compliment.
I would prefer that. Oh, should I really?
Careful
make
how
this
you
joke?
respond to a witch.
Pepper,
There's a
Usagi.
joke I could make here, and I'm.
You good? It's a stripper wish, so like I don't know if she's gonna.
Well, sorry. If there's any part of. Sorry, I think I'll stick to only one part of me being eaten. Thanks, and walks away.
Wait,
Fair
what?
enough.
Miko gags.
Crowley, you'll understand it when you're older. Mentally.
Yeah,
What?
she can't like raise the eyebrow before you said the word mentally. She's like, hold up.
This motherfucker is way older than you.
I'm mentally older than he is, though.
Oh god.
I love the idea of Chrono like physically only being in like in his mid-30s. Meanwhile, like for Usagi, he's like in his late 50s.
Yeah.
He just looks at Chrono and is just.
You're more of the innocent type, aren't you?
Innocence
Not
is a
very
middle game.
adventurous with the ladies.
I don't really know what you mean. I was in prison for over 350 years.
He ran from me.
Yeah, you're the innocent one. Okay, got it.
Is that what? Is that a bad thing?
Counts who you ask.
You're speaking to a follower of Kikis.
Fun fact, my goddess was a stripper in her past life.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Yup.
That used to be a PC. They became a god.
This
Yup.
Chrono is just like continues to blink, just looking really confused of what this conversation.
Actually, wait. Oh, wait a minute. I have to. Wait. Oh,
Yeah?
wait, no.
What?
Before I leave
Yes.
Shit, if I need to. Once this conversation is over, I need to ask Linda a few things about the code of morality.
Well, before you
just-
do, no.
Sorry, it's just to wrap it up. Chrono, just say, okay, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but I have no clue what you two are fucking talking about. I gotta go get ready for my match with Ublex.
Right. By the way, real quick, Ublex. Every night, obviously, with your water thing, you would lose 2 feet of the water. So make sure to remove that unless you want to suck it back up.
I'll suck that shit back up.
Alright. Yeah, so you go out to the water, you suck up more water. Alright.
Lindray would just turn to Usagi, very curious.
Alright.
I'm still gonna.
I would-
I'm gonna cook myself some food.
Alright, I have an
Yeah,
important. I have an important. If I was to consider becoming a follower of Kikis, what is the code of morality for such?
No, you can't sleep with her.
That's not what that's not.
I want to feel like to be walking up, and that's the only bit he hears. And so,
That wasn't. Okay.
what?
Regardless
You
of
would
how
just see
badly.
Chronos stick his head like,
Regardless
just,
of
like
how
a little out the door. He turns around.
Regardless of how horrible of an idea that would be, you don't sleep with your partner. She's not even my type, for one thing. So,
Oh,
answer the question!
why wouldn't you be my type?
What? Wait,
Did you hear the ethereal voice of Kikis?
Hi, Kikis.
Hi.
Of course.
How are you?
Talk to you another day. And he just walks to the room and leaves.
I think you're going to have to be a little bit more clear on what you mean.
Okay. Alright. Are there any are there any things that you, she, whatever, looks down upon? There's important things I have to ask. There's an important reason for this, I swear. Obviously not stealing amulets. I got that part already.
So,
Honestly, you'd be lucky if Kikis would even let you follow her, considering you stole one of her amulets.
this is true.
I know!
I will.
What else is there?
I will mention this so that way Anya has full information that she needs for this question. And then you can just relay however you wish in character.
Oh boy.
Things that would need to be kept in mind when it comes to Kikis is that she is a chaotic good. Meaning that if you want to steal something, you need to have reason that can be justified in a good moral. So if you just stole something,
doing it for the would doing it for the group fund and like donating the majority of what I steal to said fund be considered good?
That's a very like neutralistic, but like stealing in general is kind of seen as a bad thing. But
that's still very much personal gain.
If you did do it, the only way you could really get around it is that you'd have to steal from people that you know are just flat out evil. That would be her one exception to that. So like if you were like, let's say for example you saw like a noble, like like the lizard noble that was just flat out just an asshole. Someone like that you could like steal from and she'd probably be fine with it. Because that's an evil person. But if you stole from someone that's like neutral or good-hearted, including especially good-hearted people, she'd be like, no. I think that's really the only big thing that I think would actually affect you. She doesn't. Most gods don't really have any like huge things. They normally just have like one or two things they would ask of you. Like with Koskin, he'll be like, hey, if things start getting really bad and you actually know how to fight, I might have to tell you, hey, go kill this guy because he's already avoided death too many times. Or with Near Malcolmy, his one thing is like keeping law and order. So if like you actually have some levels and something like really shitty's going down, like a criminal's like stealing or something like that, he might be like, go deal with that type of thing. For her, it's more of just she always encourages chaos. Yeah, hers is more just don't be an ass. Just like if you're gonna steal from someone, don't steal from a good person. Just steal from like people who deserve that.
If you're gonna cause chaos, make sure it's chaos that helps people.
Yeah.
Because that good part.
Yeah.
Noted.
So Lindry would just respond with, you're a thief. You need to make sure you steal from only the worst of the worst. Lest you be seen as morally reprehensible and not even worth her time. Which means the stunt you pulled with the king is a no-no.
Noted.
That lizard folk that I fucking hate, you can steal from him. And then Moss just walks away.
I can't believe I have to ask this last part.
Oh my god.
He sighs a deep sigh.
Oh boy. The age-old question. Can't have sex?
Is going to certain establishments a problem?
No.
She was a stripper. Why would that be a problem?
I don't know. I figured I'd ask.
You seem to have it in your head that Kikis is very much against that sort of thing, which is honestly hilarious and very much the opposite.
I figured I would ask.
Yeah.
Better to be safe than sorry, honestly.
Wait, if she's actually listening, I need to clear. Wait, she's actually listening right now. Good, I can actually ask you. Did you get the terms the offer I made like 2 days ago?
Yes.
If that other god attempts to take it, you can claim that I'm yours, and I will honor that.
Right, that's the other reason why I'm here. Okay.
Oh, are you talking about Inessa trying to take your soul?
Yes.
Yes. She's so friendly. By the way, she could have fixed you up, no problem.
Isn't she though?
She's so friendly. Okay, so you, Usagi, you're gonna come with me. Well, I kind of like to go in the mortal plane for once. Oh, but he'll get mad at me again. I don't want Nier to be mad at me.
Because you know that Nier won't let you.
I know. Okay, come here, Usagi. And she just reaches for you and brings you into her domain.
Oh, sweet Christ. I didn't expect it this fast!
Honestly, what I just pictured is her reaching, like, come here, grabs him by the ears and just rolls him in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw something out there.
Yeah.
Do you want to get the rest of the fights done today?
That was not gonna happen. There was no possibility of that happening today.
Okay,
yeah.
I was just gonna see, because I was like, alright, I know it's getting a little late if you're thinking of doing the rest of the fight, so that's fair.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of stuff. That's kind of why I set the brackets up as one happens in one day, one happens in the next day, because I had a feeling this might be the case.
Okay.
So,
oh god, what? Oh god, what's gonna happen?
So here's the thing. You see her like bring you into her normal domain, and then you see her like she's still holding on to you. Like, you know, she has you like in the palm of her hand essentially.
Oh great.
And she just goes up to this big, massive door. Like, you're not even the size of the doorknob. And you see her just grab onto it and open it, and you see there is an entirely different type of place. As you look in, and you can see a red door.
Oh boy.
And she would set you down, and then she would kind of shrink herself a bit, because gods can do that. And she would just go, she would just kind of go to like around like 6 feet. And she would just go ahead and head in. It's a little blood door. So how do you enter the blood door?
A blood door? What?
Yeah, it's a blood door. How do you enter it?
I like carefully open it and like try to peek inside.
Okay. For the funny, just for the funny, roll me a natural d20.
Oh, for fuck's sake. My rolls are nothing good today. That's
Listen,
16.
I believe in you. Okay, cool. Now I want you to do me something else. I want you to roll me a... This is just purely for the jokies. Roll me a sleight of hand check now.
Oh god damn it. Okay. Alright, come on, D&D Beyond, you can do it.
You got this, man?
That's a 10.
Okay, so here's what happens. So you go to like push the right door. It's like a left and right door. It's like the French door type of thing. You go to push like this right door on your way, and you start getting it open, and then like you start feeling like your hand is like kind of like starting to sink into this blood because it felt like rough, right? It felt like it was like a solid door just made of blood. But like it starts to solidify a little bit, and then your hand starts to kind of go into the door, right? And it starts like to force its way in, and now your hand's stuck, and like you try to pull it out, and it's like it's not coming out.
What in the hell?
You see Kikis then walk up to the left side of the door and hip bump it open. And then look to you and just pull your hand out and just go, oh, it happens all the time. Don't worry. You got to be a little bit more forceful with these things. And you would see standing in front of you. Have you seen the image of Yanessa? I don't remember if I've shown you, so that's why I'm asking.
I think for the sake of reminder,
I will
send it again.
This is Yanessa. You're looking at a blood elemental that has formed herself to look as, essentially, I think I've mentioned this before, but they've essentially formed themselves to look as the stereotypical, like, social media lust, quote unquote.
Yeah,
basically to appeal to the more common folk people, essentially. You would see her just...
And, they argue. Oh god, am I like Paris being argued over by like gods?
You're about to find out.
Fuck!
I want to explain this, right?
I'm terrified.
So when you finally get a kind of look around this room, It's
Yes.
it's kind of like a stripper hall, is the best way to put it. 'Cause you've got like
Oh no.
2 stages made purely of blood on your left and right that have like these little golden linings on the edge of it, right? And then you have these like poles made of blood. And there's actually a few like just random followers that are just here, just kind of dancing on them.
Okay.
The next thing to mention is that straight ahead of you is a throne where she was sitting, and she has like a bunch of like monitors made of blood where she's just been watching people. And you would see her just kind of look over and just go, "Oh, you're here. Right, let me grab my hold up." And you see her just like open up a blood portal and then grab a certain someone that you might recognize. As you see her grab Dyke. And just go, "Right, okay, hi. So I could have done this without telling you. Kikis and I had a little bit of a talk. So here's the thing. Hi, my name's Yanessa. Good to meet you, Usagi. I thought you'd have been interested in the whole soul thing with me, you know? Like, we have something in common. You like going and meeting women and going to clubs and in the polls and all that. And that's half of my thing. But I understand.
But
not
the other
everybody.
half.
Yeah.
The other half, though.
Oh, well, you don't like blood? Yeah, you just in your body?
Does it? Do you like take it out of people's bodies?
Oh, no. You see, essentially as, you know, the goddess, eldritch goddess of blood and lust, my whole thing is that I basically go around and I like to experiment. So I've made a few races. I've made one called the Mixali. You might have met one of them. Their name was Desi. Kind of like a satyr, like Shazi kind of mixed looking person. They were also fighting in the tournament you were in.
Oh, yeah.
I like to do a mixture of things. I like to mess with anatomy, mess with the blood of people. Sometimes I equip my followers with forms of blood magic like I have with Malus. And, you know, that sort of things. I also love to give protection to the dancers of the world because, well, people can get a little bit handsy. So I make sure they can protect themselves. So here's the thing.
Oh. Yeah.
You wanted to make sure I couldn't get your soul, so you talked to Kikis. Kikis heard your message.
Correct.
We had a little chatter. And you see, I talked with Malus, and, you know, there's a little bit of chatter with there. Yeah, I can't disclose anything, obviously, for privacy information, but I can say this. We had a little bit of conversation. So I'm gonna start it off with this. Will you sell me your soul? Please.
I have to ask the all-important question. What happens to me after I die?
Oh, right. I didn't cover a basis. Right, so I should answer that in something else.
Because Malus wasn't particularly illuminating about that.
Right. So here's the thing, right? So, the first thing that I should mention before I answer that is that if you follow me and you give me your soul, the reason why I was so interested in you is because, you see, every other world I'm in doesn't have these little bunny people that you are. And to me, that's interesting. I like having the subjects, test subjects. I like messing around with anatomy, getting to understand how you tick. So, I might, you know, if you follow me and give me your soul, I might experiment a little with you. But, you know, it wouldn't be anything big. And, of course, if you don't like it, you can come crying to me and maybe we can figure out a middle ground. Because I have morals, you know. I do care about my followers. So, obviously, I'll make sure you're taken care of. We can always find a middle ground if you don't like a change. And you get the blood magic, Kabushi. But
Kabushi?
yeah, Kabushi. Now here's the thing: if you die, and this is something any of the gods can offer you, essentially, I'll just bring you back to life. I can only do it once. Same with all the other gods. If we do it a second time, Near Amalgamy and Koskin will both get very angry at us. And not just that, but it's kind of a thing of God's powers can only go so far, even at my strength. So, even if I wanted to, I don't know if I could. But I could bring you back for the first time you died, that's for sure.
Okay.
So I'll ask you again. Would you sell me your soul? I understand if not. I'd rather have consensual, you know, agreement.
Okay. What happens after the second time?
After the second time, if you haven't, won over any gods, that might be of interest. Take for example, take your dear friend Mullet, for example, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't have his soul, because he died and lost his soul to Ilvanine, the demon of fate, the devil of fate, actually. Sorry, he'd get so mad if I heard him, though it wouldn't matter, I could smite him in an instant. Here's the thing.
God damn.
If he dies again, I'll be next in line. Normally, when someone dies, you want the one who actually owns their soul to be the last one of the deities that are willing to revive them. Because ours is more permanent in change when you're revived. That's why your friend wasn't just lightly changed when he was brought back. And trust me, every time you're brought back from life, your body will always change a little, but his changed completely as he became a half-Oni. That wouldn't happen to you per se if I were to revive you. You'd become a special case. I'd have to figure out how I can make your body work again, so you might come back as a blood Haringen. You might come back as, maybe something different. Who knows? But that's the price to come back to life. Oh, right, I heard, I was looking into your little memories, and I saw you were really interested in extending that little life of yours. We could figure out a deal. Just a little something.
Oh,
I could figure out
God.
something to fix your little lifespan, make you live a little, I don't know, an extra 200 years or something. And maybe I can do something in return. A little bit of a little something that I can do. Just a little bit of experiment, just a little.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like she's getting closer.
Oh,
as
she's
talking.
definitely is.
Sounds like an addict.
Oh, the problem is she did extending my lifespan. That sounds like a net gain, but
Yes.
Uh.
Oh, right. You should know the other deal bit. So I told you I talked with Kikis, right? And you see, I
Yeah.
really want a Haringen soul. I really do. You're interesting. They're interesting. I've never seen a sentient rat person before, including at that height. That's interesting. But, you see, your dear friend, the one that I pulled in here, hello, Dyke, hi. You see, he talked with me because he felt a disturbance within the deity things and all that, because apparently Koskin picked up on my little deal. So, you see, Dyke was willing to get in your place and have his soul taken from Koskin for you.
What?
Lawful good.
Because no matter what, I'm getting a soul. Don't get me wrong. It's just whether you're willing to let him take it for you, or if you want to work with Kikis. Kikis is willing to take your soul for you instead. Or you can scour and let him have his soul taken, and you can keep looking around the god shopping market, and hopefully not all the gods turn you down.
So, oh my God. So what you're saying is that if I go for Kikis, Dyke is screwed over.
So, if you go for Kikis, your friend will lose his soul to me, and he will no longer be serving under Koskin. This was a mutual agreement that both he and Koskin, the god of death, and I came in agreement to. And Dyke has agreed to this idea, if you wish to do so. You may discard his deity and go look for Kikis, or if you don't want either of us, you could continue to look for a different god that you want to give your soul to, or maybe a devil, maybe a cosmic horror, that I don't imagine that would be good. There is one in this world, by the way. Isn't that rather interesting? But I can't guarantee the other gods will find you as interesting, and I know some might have already shut their doors, some might be a little bit more interested. It's kind of a mixed count who you go to.
So you're telling me the last god in line gets the soul. So I can't two-time gods, right? I'm asking this out of character. They can't respond to that.
So,
I'm asking for some clarification on the rules here.
Yes. So to clarify, to make it as crystal clear as I possibly can.
Yes.
So you can get as many lifelines as you want, right? Like, as long this is where befriending gods, deities, devils, those sorts of things can be useful.
Yeah.
Thing about it is that some of those are a little bit more risky. So like the said god, like let's say Yavina, or not Yavina, that's a different god from a different world. Let's see Kikis, for example. You went with Kikis, right? And you died, and she was your only lifeline you have. She would revive you, and your body, because she is the one that you sold your soul to, your body would completely shift to however she needed to be able to bring you back. Meaning that something about your character will be permanently changing.
Okay.
And then after that, she will not be able to revive you again. Whereas, let's say, for example, you sold your soul to Kikis, and then also on the side, you won over another god's favor that they're willing to also revive you. They would revive you before Kikis revives you. So that first revival would happen with them, meaning you might get like a very small change, like a very tiny one, a very like a one small detail, like maybe your charisma goes up one, but like your dex goes down one, something like that. Something obscenely small, right? But once it gets to Kikis, that's where a major shift will happen, because that is your final lifeline. So, I mentioned this very early on in the campaign, like once or twice, I think. But I always, recommend trying to, and it's up to y'all, because it's really just how you guys want to play your characters, and obviously you don't want to metagame. But, obviously play your characters however you think fits. But, I always recommend trying to make connections with really powerful people, whether it's deities, devils, cosmic horrors, if you want. That's a dangerous one. Even if they're not the, last line of defense, they will majorly change you. I'm giving that up straight. That is a cosmic horror.
Yeah.
But, like anybody's smart. Hell, Limius, the shadow guy that you guys have run into, the Shade, he has the ability to revive you. That has been confirmed. He has a lifeline on some of you guys.
I don't want to fucking lifeline from that guy. He's an asshole.
Same.
And I'll also mention every single one of you guys have also unlucky for you, Chrono, it was confirmed that your lifeline is from him.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Suffer.
No.
I want to mention that's also the one that Miles has. It was literally confirmed by Yanessa on the one that was in general. So you guys have heard this in VC in the past. But my brain's blanking. I'm so sorry. Brain's blanking. Brother.
Lifelines and other deities.
Lifelines, brothers. Brothers.
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
There was something very specific that I was about to talk about, and my brain just went off the market. Oh yeah, if you piss off someone that has a lifeline for you,
It's gone.
you can lose that lifeline. Yes.
That's
the only
fair.
way is ones that have your soul permanently. You won't ever be able to lose that lifeline. But if you piss someone like that off, they have control of your soul, so they might mess with you against your will.
Okay.
The
obvious question: what happens if you run out?
If you run out,
Die.
You're dead.
you die.
Well, I
you're
know
dead.
that, but what
Yeah.
happens to your soul?
Well, it just
Like,
goes
what's
to
the
them.
eternal reward?
So, when it goes to them, this is where, it counts to what god you sell your soul to. So, let's say, for
Yeah.
example, you sell your soul to Koskin. You're sent back through the natural cycle of life. Like you normally would go through. You either go to Nirvana, he literally just judges your soul and then goes from there. He's basically just
Okay, so the
guaranteeing
lame
that he
options
can
out of
have
it.
an
Alright.
access to your soul. You sell it to someone like Yanessa, she might just be experimenting with it until she gets bored, and then she either might reincarnate you, or just give you to a different god. She's one of those what do I want to do with this? Kikis, because I know it's probably good for you to know, because Kikis is a pretty big option here that has been thrown to you right now.
I'm thinking here.
Kikis.
I'm feeling like Paris.
That's
I'm
fair.
feeling like Paris in Greek mythology. Oh god.
Kikis, here's the one about hers, right? Hers is a
Okay.
little bit more on the scary side if you want to be constantly reincarnating. So she will reincarnate you the first time.
Yeah.
But because she's not the god that she's not able to continue reincarnating you. And because she's not, and this is similar to the fact of she can't just that soul after that can no longer be reincarnated. So you get that one last reincarnation, and then after that, bye. But reincarnation means that you lose all your memories. You're basically a whole new person at that point. You might keep some of your natural, your main traits as a person right before you died, which that's up for you to decide. But you'll probably respawn as a whole new race, a whole new person essentially. At that point, you're no longer Usagi. You're a whole new character.
So basically, there's no such thing as like eternal paradise or whatever.
Eternal paradise would be with something very specific. There is a technically eternal paradise technically would come from Koskin in a weird way because there's Nirvana and then there's the Seven Heavens, which is also run by the keeper known as Jola. So there is like an eternal happiness area, which is the Seven Heavens. But you gotta remember, you gotta do enough good things to be able to get your way into there.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
I steal too much shit.
Unless you can find some weird, Scar's eldritch deity way later on in the campaign that might have his own form of Seven Heavens. But if that's the case,
I would want any of that.
Who fucking knows how good that Seven Heaven actually is?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Experimenting. No. The problem is the lifespan thing. That's extremely tempting.
Who's to say the experimentations wouldn't be, beneficial?
That is true. There's possible buffs from those experimentations.
But it could be horrible.
You could end up with the ability to manipulate people's blood so that they cannot see you regardless of your stealth.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things, right? So
she is the goddess of blood and lust.
Yes.
Blood being the main thing.
Yep.
Eyes only work because of blood.
Yep. I can actually give you some examples if you wish to kind of get an idea of experimentation possibilities. So obviously, like she said, you can get blood magic, and there's an actual feat that Moss also has because he's kind of mainly following her. That's his main deity. So he has that feat. So there is blood magic, he can do a thing where it's called boiling blood, where he can either throw it or make them roll con save and cause the blood within their body to literally heat up. So no matter what, it's at least half damage. And yeah, so it's literally a guaranteed probably will hit unless you do the to hit attack rather than the con version of it. There is ones like Sinful Slash where you take damage, but you basically get double the you take 2d10 damage when you do it, but it's like a smite. So for that one strike that you do, if you stacked it with a sneak attack, you'd be doing an extra 4d10 fire damage on top of your sneak attack. It can hit like hell. It's just you gotta take a bit of damage for it. And then there's the experimentations where it gets a little bit more on the physical side with you. And these are where it's it can give you some debuffs or it can give you some buffs. There will never be a full debuff with her experimentations. I want to let you know that. So it's never going to be yeah, you just lose your ability to move or something like that. There's a shot that she does something where it just gives you only a buff. Maybe your perception goes up by 2. It's literally just me rolling to see what happens, which she does to you. There's a shot where it's she gives you an extra eye. You can see, you get a +3 to your perception, or she literally lengthens your legs, so you get a +5 to your movement and a +1 to your dex. But there might be
looking weird.
Yeah. It's that thing of she'll always experiment with something. And worst scenario, if you really don't like it,
you come begging to fix it.
Yeah. And it's not a guarantee. You just gotta be able to persuade her. Yeah, you just gotta persuade her. Or she might try something else out. But there will always be something. So worst scenario, if you really don't like it, she might just try something else out on you, and then you just gotta work with that, and that one you won't be able to disagree on. You just have to deal with it at that point.
Damn, this is gonna make me low-key wanna follow her, low-key.
I'm old. Okay.
So it's that weird thing. The best way to put it, essentially, to her, you are Play-Doh.
You are Play-Doh, but you will also gain a shit ton of abilities from this.
Yep.
Honestly. And
it's a lot better than Yavina is.
Also, extended lifespan, that's the key.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is my big motivation.
An extra 200 years.
And Kikas can't give me that, so...
Honestly, the way Kikas could probably try and do it, if you really wanted that, is that she could just turn you into an elemental.
No. We've already established that ain't... No.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, what's your decision on all this?
Okay. I'm doing it.
You're doing it?
Yep. I know I'm gonna regret this, but I'm doing it.
All right.
The offer's too tempting to ignore.
Fair.
Sorry. Sorry, the offer of extended lifespan abilities. It's too... no hard feelings. It's too good to ignore.
Oh no, it's fair. I get it. Will you enjoy your time with your Nessa? I'll go ahead and head out. Whenever you want to leave the blood domain, you guys are done talking. She'll send you back out. But it was good, getting to talk again. We haven't talked in a little bit. I'm gonna go now. And you see, you see her just kind of go behind the blood door and close it as Kikis is gone. And you see Nessa just kind of look at Dyke and go, "Well, you can go back." And she's gonna like shoo him out.
Also, because I really don't want to screw over Dyke. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was also part of it. I don't want to fuck him over.
The lawful good being like, fuck it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll die. I don't care.
No, I'm not doing that. I do have some scruples.
You would see her just like
surprisingly.
All right. Luckily for you, unlike some gods, I don't do it in a painful manner. I know when I watched Jaeger do it, the god of the ocean, he kind of just drowned the person and then forced the soul out of their body. I don't do that.
What do you do?
Come here. And she puts a hand on the back of your head.
Yeah.
And it feels almost seamless. Like there's no pain to this. And she just kind of grabs the back of your head and then kind of just slowly moves her hand away. Not really at all. Like keeping her palm in the exact hand position. Not a twitch, nothing. She slowly brings it back. And it's that thing of it feels like as if there's just a breeze of wind that kind of pushes the back of your head. As she slowly starts to pull. And then she brings her hand back around and she has this blue ball that is kind of constantly shaking. And she would just go, "This is your soul."
This is surreal to say the least.
You will have my magic that you may use. Now, you said you wanted a longer life.
That's correct.
I can make that happen. You're, of course, willing to go ahead and have a little bit of experiment done, right? Because in order to do that, obviously, I have to get something in return. I'm an eldritch goddess.
If it means I won't die in 10 years.
All right. Well, I'll get working on it. I'll be back with you soon. You'll know when it's happened. You'll know when your lifespan begins to change. Because not only will your lifespan and you'll start to feel a little bit younger, but most likely I'll probably be messing with your physiology a little bit just to kind of get an understanding of how your anatomy works. So something might change a little.
Okay.
All right. Toodaloo. And she boops you on the forehead, and you can give yourself a certain feat. Now, you see, you're going to be grabbing a feat because, this is how you're going to get access to your magic. Now, this magic is also used by one of Acrid's gods. So, it's going to be named not Yanessa, but it's going to be named after his god of blood and lust, which is Yavina. So, go ahead and go to your feats and add the Yavina follower feat.
How do you spell that?
Yavina.
Are you talking about Binding of Yavina?
Not the binding. That's a different one. That is if you have a child with Yavina. You don't want that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I did that in the sanity campaign. I did that in the sanity campaign, and I want to mention she never had a physical form. She does now. That's not good. She gained a lot of power. She's not a good person.
It's not here. The only one I see is Binding of Yavina.
That's odd. Okay, hold on. Well, worst scenario, I can add it on to your, I think Dylan has, or not Dylan, Acrid has proper access to the campaign, to everybody's sheets to be able to edit them. I can see them, but I can't edit them, because he's the one that shares all the homebrew stuff, so I can just ask, he can just go in and give you the feat, if you can't find it.
I can edit it myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But
you should be able to find it if you just go all the way down to homebrew.
Yep.
But I'm looking at that and it's not here.
It's right under vine fruit.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I actually had to go in and edit it because I realized I misspelled the fucking name.
Okay.
All right.
Description.
Now, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm
gonna be honest. We are running around the time where we need to start closing up for today, so we are going to close it up. Literally, it's that thing of you pop in, then we close up.
Okay.
So, I will literally see you guys next Sunday. I have to be at a shift, and I have to be up at 5 a.m. So I need to start winding myself down. Otherwise, I'm not going to get enough sleep. So, and we still have to record the duped campaign tomorrow. So, right. So that being said, we're going to start ending this off for tonight. You guys will have the second round of the tournament and hopefully the finals as well. Sorry that this was a little bit of a longer like combat session, but you guys still got a lot of roleplay, which I'm really happy with. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. You can find the Rum and Harbor campaign up on the Lost Harbor Tavern, up on YouTube and on Spotify, where you can find some other campaigns, by the way. We got One Shots, baby. We got YouTube Shorts, baby. You know what else we got? We have the Hidden Garden campaign. Not just that, but we also have the Brothel campaign, baby. And, hey, you want to know what? We've got more. That's right. We have more. You can find some other campaigns, not just on that same Spotify area, but also on YouTube on our second channel, where we have the Last Shipyard. We have the Sanity campaign, where I fucked a goddess. And we... And we have the Amnesia campaign, and we're working on the thumbnail right now, but we're working on eventually getting a duped campaign. So look out for that, baby. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.